Welcome back to the PMCO PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Semifinals. My name is Wayne, along with AJ will be your cast for today, and thanks to our title sponsors Vivo. And if you want to beat everybody else on the battleground, it's time for seamless and uninterrupted gaming with the Vivo V17 Pro. And thanks again for joining us. And if you do like the stream, make sure to click the subscribe button and make sure that you get notifications as well, because there will not just be 1, 2 or 3, there will be 6 other leagues being played here right on this very stream.
And also, if you want to play PUBG Mobile, easily go on Google Play or App Store, hit the download button, and you're good to go.
Yeah, it's as easy as that. So we will have watched the group stages unfold, and now we are in the semi-finals. Kurd squad, or rather Iraq squad, won themselves 3 winner chicken dinners on the first day, and then the second day was kind of a mixed bag here.
Yep.
We have Kurd squad winning it, we have Military B winning it as well, we have Squad 69 and which is the other one, and 963. Of course, it's kind of a mixed bag in the second day. A lot of these teams kind of won it kind of randomly.
Yeah.
So the first day was dominated by Iraq squad, but this time around we will be watching them play, so that will be fun to watch as well.
And also, let's check out our competition system. So we had 32 teams coming in on our group stages. After that, we're right now in semifinals, which we have already eliminated 8 teams, leaving 24 teams, and we're gonna eliminate 8 more, ending up with top 16 going to play the regional finals.
And there it is. We will be left with top 16 at the regional finals, as AJ said. We started off with 32 teams. We will be left with 16 at the grand finals or the regional finals. Here is the point system that has been introduced. 20 points for the first place prize or the winner chicken dinner. Second place will get 14 points. Third place will get 10 points. And the fourth place will get 8 points, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 until you reach the 11th place to the 16th place, where you get only 1 point each. And here are the teams that will be playing, AJ.
Yeah, and today we're gonna see Group F and Group G playing. So we got Group F, which is going to be their second day of playing this game, and also we have Group G is also being played on their second day.
Yep. So again, some of the teams that are in there that is very, very important to kind of check out is Executors and of course Iraq squad. On the first day, of course, Iraq squad got themselves 3 winner chicken dinners, so that's very, very strong. And at the same time, we are looking at Executors as well, because they were champions of the last split. But this time around, they kind of started very, very slow in the group stages there.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. And today I want to mention alright, Iraq squad, right? Everybody is looking straight at them for today's matches, because they got 3 matches, 3 winner chicken dinners, and pretty high score. Even yesterday, after 4 more rounds, 4 more maps, somebody just barely, which is Crossword, barely catch up to them, was only having 11 points more than Iraq squad.
So yeah, there it is. After 4 extra games, Kurd squad just only got 11 points extra against Iraq squad. That's how much Iraq squad have won or have gotten themselves up there with the very, very best, because they have 4 more games to be played today. And when they kind of level the terms between them and Kurd squad, when they play 8 games each, I think for the very, very first time, Kurd squad might be at least 30 to 40 points ahead of the race here. So that's something to watch as well.
Yeah, it is going to be pretty scary, because normally we don't have this situation happening, with one team ending up getting 3 winner chicken dinners in. I would call it in a row, because it was on the same day, so in a row, and getting actually a lot of kills, like 32 kills in 4 matches. It's like on average getting 8 to 7 kills on average, so that's a lot of actually kills coming in from Iraq squad. But the thing about Iraq squad is, if they do play consistently like this, a lot of teams are going to end up without any points, and that could break the competition system and the point system in total. Like, we may see teams trying, especially from Group E, which is Iraq squad in. Those teams who are in Group E are going to struggle a lot. It is bad luck. It's like they can't call it bad luck for them ending up in Iraq squad in that situation, but still, it is your fault ending up there.
Yes,
it's not your fault, but it is your fault.
It's kind of a roll of the dice. Sometimes you get
Yes.
yourself very good rankings as well, but you get seeded with the very, very best, and that's what happened in Group F as well, because Iraq squad is there along with the Executors. The rest of them are finding it very hard to win their competitions as well, because Iraq squad just looks extremely good. So we will be watching them play again today. And again, just to let you guys know off, the difference is that in terms of kills, Iraq squad has 32 kills, Kurd squad, who's at number 1, has 41 kills. But the difference is only 11 kills, and the difference is also 4 games.
Yeah.
So definitely Iraq squad would be jumping up that and will be beating Kurd squad very, very soon here in terms of their numbers of kills.
Yep. And another thing I want to mention, like we've seen teams can get a lot of kills, right? For example, Swag 69 getting 20 kills in total, not in total, in one match only, and that was also pretty scary to see.
That's really pretty scary to see. But yesterday was a mixed bag. Today, hopefully, so it will be a mixed bag as well, because we do not want to see just one team just winning it all yet. We want to see a little bit more balance here. And here comes the flight path for our first game of the third day of the semifinals here for the Middle Eastern region.
Alright, I'm looking pretty good, and look at that skin we have on that plane. Pretty cool, a little bit tigerish on there, blue. I like the color blue a lot. Alright, enough that chit chat. We're going back to game. So we have the plane, I will say not the best route again. Like the routes we are getting from Middle Eastern isn't the best route, but still acceptable, but not the there's a thing, like I feel Middle Eastern teams love the city Georgia Bowl. They love to go to Georgia Bowl.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, you're not gonna make it from here to Georgia Bowl. So a lot of teams are going to get to the same city, and with that said, you're gonna see a lot of early on engagement as well.
Yeah, it since Middle Eastern Assassins already going to head to Starboard. We have one of their players going to Skemashki as well. The rest of them are, of course, as you said, spread apart the middle of the map, which is Resort School, Pichinki, Ruins, which will be the heavy place of a lot of these teams as well.
Yes.
So that will be kind of a hotspot for a lot of them. So hopefully we'll see a lot of fighting very soon, because we do know that Middle Eastern teams just like to rumble very, very early on.
Yes, and totally agree. Here we have Iraq squad being the first team, and here we have me, Assassins, which they dropped earliest and ended up being on the northeast of the map. And SYR just tried to spray somebody down, but he just got away. Lucky day for him.
Yeah, lucky day indeed, because we do see a lot of fights happening very early on. Some of these teams kind of just let go a couple of players inside the fight itself to kind of just scramble out, kind of get a little bit of a scout, trying to get a little bit of more competition. So that's one thing that you have to look forward to, because sometimes these players get rumbled up very early on. As you can see, Kurd is one along with ABS, Abstruse, just running away there, Abstruse, and after knowing that there is a player there, they just run away. The heck out of there, but they're heading towards Rozok, where it's occupied as well by another team, that's SNP as well. So that's going to be very, very dangerous for them.
Alright, so like as we said, you didn't have a lot of choice to make if the route was that, and we're also getting a pretty rude circle here again. This is the third time we're getting the circle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got the third time on this circle, which ended up being on the eastern side of the map, and at least 30% of it is in water. So not the best thing you can hope for, but still you got a lot of playroom to play with.
Yeah, definitely that. I don't know why, but the circles always ended up with a lot in water here for the Middle Eastern squads. So because of it, it's highly congested and towards the land, and a lot of them have to fight very early on as soon as they try to head out towards the circle. So that's one of the things that you can look forward to at home as well, because there will be a lot of action happening very, very soon here.
Yeah, totally agree on you that. And we have a lot of teams actually moving towards Georgia Bowl. SYR is there. AI is there. Joining with, I think SMP will also go to Georgia Bowl, but depends, because Georgia Bowl is in the circle right now. Everybody is just going to try to get in the circle. And today, I'm looking for two teams, Executors and actually, what's it called? iKurd.
Yeah, iKurd.
Yeah. these two teams, especially Executors, they have showed us a lot of fun and interesting gameplays. So I'm pretty interested on how they are going
flying
to play.
out very early on though. It looks like they want to fight it off. Arab Madness and along with HQ in Pachinki here, a very hot spot, and looks like they want to fight. But at the stance, it looks like the Arab Madness player C4 is a little bit too further away from his teammates, as you can see from the overhead. HQ is kind of flocked around together. AM is kind of further a bit, so they have to kind of be careful going for this engagement because they kind of spread apart.
Yep, and right now we have C4 here trying to hold that line of defense for his teammates and taking some pills. And that was it for him. And this is like, again, we're seeing a lot of early on actions, and a lot of these teams don't want to take an early on fight. Z3H right there, finding himself a level 3 helmet. Pretty nice, pretty dope.
Pretty dope. Very early on. That's pretty good as well. So as you can see, the positioning for Butcher is like right smack in the middle of Pachinki. Yep. The rest of them are kind of on the edge of the town. By we are looking at it towards iKurd and 7K Elite as well. So they are fighting it off very early on as well. So these are the things that's happening around the map. They kind of had to hot drop because of the way the flight path was. So because of it, a few of these teams are kind of close towards each other. But as it stands, it looks like they do not want to fight. The rest of them do not want to fight. At least C4 was the one that wanted to engage, but the rest of them, as you can see, Arab Madness are falling behind a little bit, and they have Z3's H, which is very close towards them, like just marking them, making sure that nobody from the Arab Madness squad kind of comes out and tries to take a fight here.
Alright, so got actually right now so far everybody's playing passive because it is the first map of the day, and both of these teams are the second day of playing this game. Some of these teams may not be performing too well, so they are trying to play passively and maybe end up getting some placement points if they can. That's the reason we're not seeing actually Middle Eastern teams so far not fighting enough. Normally we get already a team eliminated at this time, but today not so much. And actually I think is better, like it's the best for everyone, like just to play out it slowly and not try to drop or get eliminated or losing one teammate early on in the games, because you're gonna need it in the end game.
Yeah, especially if you do not know where Iraq squad is, because you do not want to take that fight, right? You do not want to take a fight against Iraq squad at this very early stage of the game, because you might be eliminated very early on. So that's one of the things that they have to look at and rectify very soon, because you do not want to take that fight against Iraq squad. You want to kind of back off. So if you kind of get a knock, you have that information, you can just flee from that fight and just take your chances by having 3 players. So that's one of the things that they kind of have to do in the situation here for a lot of these teams.
Alright, so let's talk about today's match a little bit. If we don't get any
as you say
kills.
that, iKurd's already dropped one player from 7K Elite. Yusuf will be dropped on the floor here, so I think they might be able to test him down as well. And iKurd against 7K Elite. That's happening towards the other side of the map. Not too sure where that is actually.
It's on the south side of the map, which is basically the last place to go. It's called Primorsk, I believe.
Right near Primorsk, right near the ferry pier as well. So that's one of the places that they are at. And again, another hotspot because of what this is the edge of the map. So a lot of these teams do not want to fight against each other. As you can see here, we're looking back towards iKurd and of course 7K. And 7K already have a player on the floor as well. I don't think they'll be able to kind of retrieve him here.
Right, and there goes the kill, and they lost a member.
Return kill though. That's very good from the side of 7K as well. So 1-for-1 exchange so far, and they're pushing in as well. Look at Mark will be able to be retrieved and be revived here by 7K, losing players left and right. This is not looking too good for 7K so far. And 7K so far.
7K, and actually 7K isn't doing that well. They are ended up in 23rd place. So if I were them, I wouldn't take this fight. But
look at this, but iKurd coming in from here. It's actually
surprise.
Kawan. Surprise as he gets the first kill and looking for more blood here, as the rest of them are actually fleeing this fight. The rest of 7K are actually playing a little bit more passive. They're stuck behind the houses, and Kawan actually drops down one smoke to try and buy himself some time. Gonna throw another smoke to try and buy some space as well. So this is looking very, very good here so far. If they can push this out, Rabari is all alone here, where Namzi is actually fleeing from the fight. Rabari is all alone inside this house. If the whole iKurd squad can just nail him to the wall, they can get this kill as well.
Rabbit there pretty alone. Dr. Rabbit having a bit of trouble, and I don't think he can do much unless he can hold this position as long as he's won.
Yeah, he's kind of trying to show us that he can take this fight, but as it stands, I do not think that's advisable because, again, as you can see, he's stuck behind the houses and he's in a very, very bad position. They're going to push on towards him. As you can see from behind, they see him and they will be able to drop a body as well. But Namzi coming in from the side, can the bodies suppress them from coming on towards him as well? So it looks like he's running away. And 7K has already lost 3 players in quick succession as well.
I think that was actually a commitment to placement point game. I think it was like because we saw his teammate running early on, and I think Namzi was like, "All right, I'm gonna run. If you make it, all right, I'll come back with a car to pick you up. But if you don't, all right, try to hold them off as long as you can, for me not getting peppered down or get kills, so we could have a chance at some placement points."
Yep, that's definitely true. That's one of the things that you can do. As you can see, the circle shifted towards the western side of the map. A lot of the teams are already inside there. We have UN, which is Uncharted, a little bit further outside. We have Iron Madness outside as well. Vendettas outside. We have the second Vendetta towards the southern side of the circle. There is a few teams that make it 1, 2, 3, 4 as already SYR gotten themselves into the circle, but the rest of them can reach the circle very, very soon because but the thing is, again, it's highly congested because of the water. So a lot of them have to kind of play around it and just play around the shores if they can do that. But at the same time, they will be quite exposed here because the shores are quite open and up for business. As we see, finally, Rec Squad showing up here on the screen. We will be seeing GG just peppering them with a couple of shots. But as we've known from the first day, the Red Squad really likes to play towards the shores, and that's where they kind of lay their home there.
Yeah, they like to play to the shores, and you can see the thing is they know the shores, right? They know how to play with the shore. They know how the terrain of the shore is, so they have a lot of advantage on the shore place, and that's the reason. Like they won 1 or 2 chicken dinners, winner chicken dinners based on those short tactics. And the funny thing about we just saw GG actually trying to long range knock down the IQ was because IQ has a member of GG pinned down in the waters.
As it stands, finally we're back at Pochinki where Eric Menace is taking on another team. It's actually HQ, and HQ looks very, very good here. They got themselves a couple of kills here, leaving AM's Butcher behind a little bit. AM still has 2 players strong here. They can fight this off, but Butcher gets dropped as well. There's 3 players down, leaving Quiet all alone in a 1v4. As you can see, Quiet gets dropped as well. AM gets dropped very, very early on. They will be the first team eliminated here today.
And AM not to a quite good start because they got no kills and they got dropped at 15th place, which means they are going to only get 1 point in total. And GG still trying to pepper down Iraqi squad right there, giving them a little bit of pressure, but I think that's not gonna work. And let's see what is let's see what circle we are gonna get next.
Okay, now suddenly iKurd has found themselves against Vendetta here. And it looks like the blue is eating them up inside as well. As you can see from the top side, we see 2 players from the iKurd squad. See very much alive here fighting it off. DVX has 2 players as well. So Vendetta against iKurd here in this quite open space near Quarry. They're going to throw a bunch of molly outside as well. They will not be able to connect. It actually connects on the player as well. It's burning them down. And they will be able to get that kill up on Helmet. Maybe could be, should be. No, he actually dodges it a little bit towards the side. But as it stands, it looks like suddenly another team comes in. It's another DVX team or Vendetta team to pop these players as well. There are 3 teams playing right here, right now, underneath Quarry.
Yeah, a little bit late to the party. I say like Vendetta VT, let's call them so far VT Team 7. They have the upper position because they are closer to the circle, so they can make the run first, and they can a little bit gatekeep from both of these teams. iKurd right there was able to pull back with 3 of their players alive, but DV on the other hand, not too much. 1 player is down, and I'm not sure if they can revive on that.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to do so. But again, the blue is eating him up inside, so that's one of the things that he has to kind of watch out for, because both of them are eating the blue, and it's only the third circle though, but they have been peppered down by a lot of bullets, so they're not at the fullest HP. But right now they're eating whatever they can to kind of heal themselves back out. I hope Majid has a first aid as well. Man, looks like Majid will be able to survive, and if he doesn't, they have to kind of just cut their losses in this situation.
I think if they have a vehicle, they are going to make it. Here we got Iraq squad going to actually into the mouths of executors, and that was it for Iraqi squad, already losing 2 of their players. A little bit surprised to actually executors, like, oh, who's that? Knock knock, who's there? You're dead.
Yeah, Iraq squad suddenly eating the bullets coming in from executors, and of course both of these teams have gotten themselves a winner chicken dinner on the first day. And as you can see, iKurd still fighting against Vendetta here in this situation, still getting themselves a couple of knockdowns, so they could be able to just get them down or get that secure kill. But iKurd doesn't want to play too much around the circle. They want to get inside the circle and play a little bit more safe, as Mansi is coming in from behind as well. As you can see, the rest of them are converging towards the circle, and hopefully so iKurd will get themselves inside, because iKurd, as you said, I think one of your favorites for today as well.
One of my favorite. Like, I'm watching this 4 teams right now. I got my eyes on SWAT 69 and iKurd and ABS, also HQ.
Yep, that's a few of the teams that we are watching for as well, as 69 is getting peppered here by SYR from afar. But SYR shouldn't be able to get this kill. But again, it looks like Don Muhammad has been finished off there by the side of iKurd. So that's one more kill going in their favor, as DVX will drop 1 player there.
Alright, so we got SYR right here, 4-man strong, and got an M24 to their hands. So pretty good and pretty good list right there. Kurd is 1 KI. Kurd is currently holding this position right now, and the next circle has spawned a little bit on their favor, as they are going to be able to secure that position.
Oh, it looks like Majid will not be able to cross the blue. He was only left with bandages, so that's one of the things that, again, very early on, if you take those fights, you kind of be left without utility. But right now, it looks like 69's Ray has been opened up, and they will be up for business if they go and take the shot, but will not take it nonetheless. So they're looking towards BTS as well. So Iraq squad left with 2 players in Marco and of course Fido, so they will be left to their own devices for the meantime. If they wanted to, they can try to just get themselves and establish themselves inside the circle very early on, but the circle have shifted towards this northern side a little bit of the bigger circle, so that's one of the things that they have to kind of shift from. So back towards SYR, Kurd is 1, and of course Vendetta in the situation near Gatka. 3 of them in 3 different compounds, and the prison already eaten up Lord there in the blink of an eye. And it looks like EXE, who was in that ditch for the longest time, still there in that ditch, and HQ has suddenly said hello, and they want to take this fight very early on.
EXE with 3 mans alive and 3 mans on that position. We see a couple of grenades actually coming in, but it wasn't able to grenade. Our EXE was actually 4. HQ is going to try to push on, but EXE is like, we don't want to take that fight.
But this might be a mistake, no, because EXE wants to jump out of the ditch, and right now they are exposed as HQ comes pushing through. This might be a mistake coming in from the EXE squad, but they're getting peppered from the other side as well, so they have to be careful here. EXE stay inside the ditch, gonna try a couple of nades out to buy themselves a little bit more space. That nade's a little bit short. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 nades comes out a little bit short here. The last one might be able to connect. Does a little bit of damage against Z3F, but they should be safer in this situation.
Smoke sparking off right there. They are going to actually cut off the right side. A great spray right there, taking actually 2 of EXE's players. Demon's down, Clown is blown up. It is going to be a 2v4 situation right now, and the circle is closing in. EXE wasn't trying to take that fight, but the thing is, if you want to get out of there too early, you can be prepared down. Sometimes offense is the best defense, and if you want to try to get out there, you're gonna get flanked and you're gonna get finished off.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. They're a little bit too late to go out of the ditch there. As soon as they got the kill off Iraq squad, I think they should have just gone out of it, but at the same time they kind of just wanted to stay for a little bit longer to kind of look at the other teams that was crossing. But because of that, HQ got themselves in a very good position, waited for EXE to kind of pop out of the ditch and got the spray down as well, because if you are in a vehicle, it's very easy for you to get sprayed down.
And HQ quickly committing into this compound. There's also one more team, which is KI right there, already committed to that compound. So we have 2 teams in the compound, and maybe we're gonna see a lot of couple of close quarter battles coming in. And here we have Swag69 going against iKurd. GG on the side. They have the upper hand to.
As Rafik actually just crosses through the says hello, and he will be dropped as well. So we'll be very, very unlucky coming here from the ESC teams. As you can see, one more player up there, up top is actually Lau, but Lau is thinking like, I do not want to take this fight at all. For the rest of them actually crossing, there's actually GG crossing as well. Lau is getting peppered as well by 69. He's in a lot of trouble here. He has nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He will be able to get himself into the circle, but he's in a lot of trouble here. Back towards iKurd and 69, still fighting it off here, and this is a very long engagement that they are taking, but as you can see, iKurd's already lost 2 players, left to Rowan and Kawan, so they are left to their own devices for in a 2v3 situation.
And Kawan, right, Rowan and Kawan, both of these members don't have a lot of items to play around with. They have no medkits, they have not a lot of smokes, I suppose, and the only thing they may have to do is trying to survive in that situation, and maybe, just maybe, getting lucky and ended up in the circle.
Yeah, hopefully so they'll get themselves to circle. But it looks like Iraq squad already lost Speedo here. They're left with one more player. So if hopefully so, they might get themselves to the circle. But right now it looks like HQ has found themselves another team coming through, and they will be able to knock down one more player, make it 2, make it 3. As Kurd is one, is in a lot of trouble, leaving them with one more player. And they're coming in from the side where Banda's going in for the shot. Looks like Kurd is one will be lost and done and dusted here. Kurd is one. They ran into the mouth of the dragon as HQ just nailed them to the wall.
Oh, we're having a lot of teams not committing to their fight, and this is what we're getting right now. When ended up being the SYR team actually ended up in the situation and was and is going to be finished up by SWAT69.
All 3 of them already dropped to the floor. That was very, very fast. There's one more player still alive there, but he's very low as well, and they will be finished off. Vendetta goes down as 69 slays the rest of them.
All right, so I think that the problem we're having here with a lot of teams today is they're not committing.
Yeah.
They don't want to commit because they think, oh, it is the early on games in the game, so we want those placements of teams, and we don't want to fight. If we fight, we may lose manpower and lose teammates, which is not good for the end game. The thing is, if you plan on getting into the end game, you need to plan on surviving first, right?
Yeah.
You need to survive to the end game, not be in the end game.
That's definitely it. Try to bring as many bodies as you can in towards the circle to make sure that you get those manpowers up, as you can see, because you do not have utilities. I think manpower is the only thing that you have left, of course. But in that situation, what can you really do? Because a lot of these teams kind of shuffle back into the circle, and they just kind of nail to the wall. Again, they were in vehicles, so vehicles are very easy to pepper down as well. As you can see, SMP's gotten themselves a kill up on HQ as well. And it looks like an exchange between SMP and HQ. They're fighting towards the left side of the map. Here they are, and it looks like HQ has been finished off by SMP, as SMP reigns supreme in that situation.
And SMP, I think they are going to be able to pick their teammates up, and that was it for Iraqi squad, I believe.
Iraq squad is down as Speedo gets taken out. So Iraq squad not the start that they have one more player. So not the start that they were looking for in the 5th circle. Look at Kara getting shot here by UN's Dawn, and Uncharted here pushing in as well. They're pushing in very aggressively because as you can see, 2 players coming in from the side as Dabi's trying to pepper down Master as well, but he's out in the open. But Neymar is actually inside the car. This might be a mistake here because 69 is still nailing them to the wall, and the rest of UN is coming in hot as ABS gets needed as well. They're still surviving for the meantime, but they're getting peppered down very, very fast.
Alright, we got Uncharted right here. They did pretty well on their first day, but let's see if they can keep the momentum up. They got 1 member down from ABS. They are trying to pick him up, but both of those players are low, and there is 3 players alive, and Master being the only player that's gonna connect.
It's gonna connect on 2 at least, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Now maybe boom.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Kara gets dropped. Nicely done from UN squad. And look at that from the side. So
That's
Pusat
one.
just suddenly rushes in. Bashar is very low as well. So if he just pushes in, he should be able to get a couple of kills. But Bunemar is coming in from the side. He knows where he's at. And the rest of them are converging towards that as well.
All right, they're trying to revive him again. Actually, pretty good thing. And the Molotov comes in, but was a little bit off and does not connect onto Dunn. Not try, but pass it right here. I think he's gonna commit.
Yeah, hopefully so. If they commit, it will be fun to watch as well. But as you can see, Pusat's in a lot of trouble. He is out in the open. Bashar's dropped very low as well. He's bleeding out. And they can't really get towards him. So because of it, Kara has to kind of fight against them all alone. But back towards this bigger fight where SMP is fighting against Iraq's Marco, UN's Uncharted on the other side, and GG as well. So Marco's all alone there in that situation. SMP out in the open, but behind the haystacks as well. So they're hiding it off. But look at that nade though. It's actually from GG. Actually destroy SYR is right next to them. GG in a lot of trouble here, but they gotten themselves a couple of kills. They will be able to take down Groza as well. They're still fighting it off. Back towards Marco where we are seeing him all alone here. He's getting peppered down and he will be finished off. Iraq squad going out in 7th place.
All right, followed by Banner. Still, we got one player from Uncharted right here, and I think he's gonna be finished up by SYR. But still, on the SYR side, you got one player left. We're fighting off 3 players from GG, and we see the airdrop slowly. Those shadows are so scary. And let's take a look at the kills. Ravan got 5 kills under his name. SMP Citizen and SMP Students both have 4 and 3 kills with totaling 7. SYR Rosa 4 kills also. HQ Banner 4 kills also. And oh, that was pretty good. He's not in the blue.
Yep, so far so good for Bunemar as well. Looks
That's
like he was a little bit close there, as you said.
Yep.
But somehow he survives for the meantime. The rest of them, we are left with 5 teams very early on. We are only in the 6th circle. 3 circles to go. So they are very funny. The Niggas flying out on the Bunemar, drops to half HP. And he's like, what is happening right now? Do not come on to me. I'm all alone here. But it looks like ABS wants to play a little bit more aggressive. They want to take this fight, but they do not know who else is inside there. They're going to go in. Snow goes in first. He's very, very aggressive here. But somehow he will be able to take this kill. Maybe could be, should be. No, Bunemar gets the first kill and the second maybe no. He will be slayed. That was very, very close indeed, as ABS will be able to take him out.
And ABS don't have a lot of time as soon as they pick up Snow, and they are going to be on the run because the circle is going to close in. And Snow's up, he's running, he's trying to get in because he has no time to heal himself up. Back to the war zone on SMP and GG right there. SYR Wadas, alright, we'll call him Wadas right there, is trying to survive in that situation. Pretty alone right there, and he's not gonna make a sound in this situation. And the only thing he wants to make sure is SMP players don't rush into this building.
Yeah, hopefully so they do not come in, because SYR's Wadi is all alone here. GG's players are there on his side as well. SMP looks like they want to engage, but they are quite close towards the circle, which they can crawl in as well. A little bit further is Citizen X, but it should be able to get in. There is another team on the other side, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually ABS on towards the other house. So ABS has 2 players strong as well. So SMP has to be careful here. Their feet might be exposed, where Azab is looking towards them, and the feet will be shot a little bit. Scares the hell out of the Zeno. But ABS's Kara has been taken out by GG Saleh. It looks leaving Snow all alone, but SMP is shooting towards GG as well. So they're fighting off on 3 angles here for the side of GG.
Yeah, I was actually SMP in this situation has the upper hand if they have utilities and smokes to play around with. But if not, SMP is in the worst position if they can be. And look at that nade connecting onto ABS Abstruse members.
Yeah, one more player left on the side of Abstruse. He's all that's left for their hopes and dreams to keep it alive here, as SYR's Wadi is still very much inside the small hut. The door's being blocked by a car, so he has to kind of jump out through the window, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, he cannot really get out of there, and GG knows where he's at. They hear him a little bit very earlier, and the grenade comes flying out. It's a little bit short here, and actually hits the haystack, bounces back, and Messi will be safe for the meantime. Looks like Azab coming in from the side. He has an inkling of where the SYR player is, actually Wadi, but I'm not too sure he wants to go for this fight, because Wadi might be able to kind of get him back.
Smart.
This is really smart, as you say, really smart. They're looking out for my top.
Oh, grenade coming out, surprise, and does get a lot of damage onto that. That's a pretty good actually play from him, but that's not enough. You need to get a little bit more plays.
Yeah, you need to do a little bit more in this situation as he is stuck inside the house. SMP prime position for them to win this fight. Snow's pushing in as well. The circle shifting, or the circle's kind of making it kind of becoming very, very small here, and they are a little bit congested as Wadi has to kind of push out of the situation. Really stuck now. Messi sees him from the sides. No, he can't really go out. I think he's going to try and spray the door as well. There's something, but Wadi is outside of the blue. He's trying to heal himself back up. He's ducking out, but he will be out of here. SYR leaves it at 4th place, leaving good game SMP and Abstruse. And it looks like SMP will... Oh, it's actually GG draws first blood. SMP will be in a lot of trouble. They're out in the open. Tahir coming in from the side. The rest of them are converging as well. Tahir's going to go in for the push. Going in for the spray down. SMP's player in a lot of trouble here, but they will be able to drop Tahir very, very low here. But the G's, Salih has been dropped. Looks like Tahir will be engaged upon by Sino. Sino going in from the side. Will be able to clear down Tahir. Will be able to do so. Leaving GG one player left. And he gets sprayed down. But Sino with the counter spray down will be taken out.
1v1.
Citizen X pushing in. Azab 1v1 situation. Looks like Citizen X is exposed as well, but it looks like they do not want to take this fight. Saleh is actually going in to take some information, but Citizen X behind the haystack. So far, he's very much alive here. Azab still on the ground, but it looks like Citizen X will get it in the end, and looks like SMP will pick up the first chicken dinner of the day.
Alright, look at that. SMP actually ending up with 13 kills in total, followed by GG with 2 kills, ABS with 5 kills, 5 kills, and SYR with 5 kills also. Uncharted with only 1 kill, not good enough. IK right there with 7 kills. Iraqi squad ending up in 7th place, but no kills at all. Right, pretty good, and congratulations for the snipers, SMP, getting that winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, that was very good as well. They were fighting it off, as you said. PVT started off with the 3v3, then suddenly, slowly but surely, they lost one by one. So it's quite balanced, right? They lost one, then they took one life. They lost another one, they took another life. I think it was Citizen X all alone against Tahir, if I'm not mistaken, in a 1v1 situation. Then suddenly they were fighting it off. But Citizen X comes out on top in that 1v1. This is the one where US player, last player was Sanhok. It looks like he could have gotten the kill, right? That was very good, but look at the Zeno coming in from the side will be able to clear down Tahir. It's actually Tahir who dropped down first, but this is the 1v1 right now. Very, very good from Citizen X to win that fight, because he was left all alone in that situation, but still getting the kill.
Yeah, I will say like SMP got a little bit luck there, because I felt like they didn't have a lot of smokes to play around.
Yeah.
But great play actually from GG right there. They were prepared. They got those items and they got those smokes, which actually helped them a lot to push in. But unfortunately, they didn't win the fight.
Yeah.
But it was a good start, because as everybody remembers, they got the first kill down. Normally, you don't get that. But started up to a good opening, but not a good ending. Here we have the scoreboards. We got SMP ending up with 33 total points, followed by Good Game 16 points, Abstruse 15 points, iKurd with 15 points also, SYR 13, HQ 13, Swag 69 12, and Uncharted with 8.
Yeah, Uncharted at 8th place with 8 points, so kind of balanced out. But Iraq squad though left us at 9th place with 5 total points. As we said, they kind of have to get themselves maybe 8 to 10 points to kind of balance it out. But 5 points for a start, it's one of what we expected from Iraq squad for the second day. But it's curious right now at 10th place with 4 points, Vendetta with 3 points at 11th place. Kurd is 1, now unfortunate for them sitting at 1, so that's not looking too good. But Kurd squad still up there after 8 games. They are with 104 points. As you can see, Iraq squad is just 6 points behind Kurd squad, so just 6 more kills will get them that point, or same placement with this. The Real Deal follow suit with 89 points, Military B with number 4 at 1. With 1 chicken dinner, Iraqi Elite with no chicken dinner, but they're sitting at 5th. So 1st to 5th, the points haven't moved just a single step. So a lot of these places are they kind of playing consistently, but I think Iraq squad could do a lot of damage here against this team.
Like, I think most of us are a little bit wishing that Iraqi squad don't plays that well. Yeah, right. So let's take a look at the second page. Here we have SYR with 66 points, followed by only 1 point behind Executors having 65 points. Kurd opting with 49 points, Uncharted 47. Also Good Game with 47, followed by behind with also 1 point is 963 with 46, which they are not playing today. Kurdish 1 is 44 points, Loot 46 is 40 points. And next we're gonna have the dangerous play. way.
Yeah, the danger zone. These are the teams that might be leaving us very soon. iKurd with number 17 here with 38 points. Vendetta with 31 points is sitting at number 18. They have drop points as well. So HQ is going up there. They're 25. Abstruse with 24. Me Assassins at 20. Vendetta at 15. Arab Madness at 14. And 7K Elite at 12 points. So a lot of these teams have already actually dropped here. Me Assassins, Vendetta, Arab Madness, and 7K Elite are actually dropping points here. So things are not looking too great for them. And this is a kill leaderboard for our game. Or so far so good. For a lot of these teams, Kurd squads 17 kills for Hishi. Citizen X got himself there as well. 17 kills for him, and he's playing today as well. And he got himself that 1v1 situation. SWAT 69's Moha is there with 14 kills, and two SWAT 69 players are in there. Flair is there as well with 12 kills. Iraqi squad Speedo, who died last with 12 kills for him.
Yeah, that's a pretty good start. But the thing is, Iraqi squad only played like what, five maps. They got 3 more to play today, so
yeah,
as you said, they may end up making a lot of problems for everybody and us also.
Yep, so far so good for Iraqi squad. I think although they got themselves only 5 points, but they can chase towards the leaderboard and at least get themselves up towards the top place, but with 3 more games to go. So we will be going for a short break. When we return, it will be Sanhok here at the PMCO.
PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. A quick game for those short breaks. There is a better choice.
But he does get taken out, ending up with his team in 4th place right there. TRD is also on fire. They're having a lot. Look at that spray. Great positioning actually from 69. SWAT 69. For the fight, this game is third party. He gets shots a little bit. He goes around. If he can, he goes to Brad and he gets a lot. Yes!
One of his own. Should be able to connect. Maybe should be, but not with the nade.
And it does connect with a double nade.
Oh my lord, the dunk on 2 players for coming from S&T squad, and they will be left to their own devices. They will finish off as well. They trying to place them down, but Banda's getting shot from Jaguar. SYR gets third party by 963 from the sides. Now SYR will have to kind of duck their way into the circle if they want to, because this situation is not looking too good. But somehow S&T gets a strike through the smokes and through the grass as well. Groza with a firing shot will be able to take them down, leaving us with 5 more teams to play. Where he's at, but Marty's in from behind the tree. A nade comes flying out.
It's too far.
A bit close
but
to him. Drops into a little bit towards halfway.
One more.
Another one comes out as well. Marty on the side. He's not needed for the second one by Super Masala. This third nade might connect, but no, it's actually a molly. Pushes him out of his safe position, flying out as well. This time around will not connect, but Marley is back to healthy ways as he uses the bandages to heal himself back up. But still a 3v1. They have the higher ground. I know the nade comes flying out this time around.
That's close!
Holy smokes, that way. Just playing and waiting and biting his tongue, waiting for the right opportunity to pounce onto Xiaoqi. But Xiaoqi is still, again, he has the elevation, he's right on top, and Sibu doesn't have helmet, as AJ just said. So he might be in trouble, but Xiaoqi actually falls down all the way, and he actually dies. What the heck just happened there? And Sibu, but he's all alone here as Sergio already got dropped, so CTL's
surprise!
Left with 1 player. The
And
nade
that's a
comes
great
flying
grenade!
in. Holy smokes, yo, totally slow pace. They've dropped gears a little bit, but of course the thing is, yeah, we saw PA battle group B and then QC battle group D, but we didn't see Group A better Group C just yet. So I think Group A and Group C.
He could have stayed ahead of the blue.
Why are you healing?
He's trying to out-heal. To be fair, at this current rate, he will be fine. He's banking on Unique taking down Dream Eaters before the next phase pops, because after that, he will not be able to out-heal.
There is a secure position behind this hillside, though.
I know.
There's really no reason for this. I think this is a very big mistake from Mysterio and Myth. He won't be able to out-heal the next. He's got a couple, but that's him out. Yeah. A really big whiff there from Mysterio and Myth. I think they could have absolutely come on the backside of Dream Eaters.
Ooh, out comes Frost. He's able to get it, but he needs to mount up. He needs to try and heal. Heal.
No.
He popped the wrong heal. He is going to go down, and now it's just Mortal trying to hold it.
To drop him, a couple of players left. It's
Oh,
actually
he doesn't know.
Nagasaki. Yeah, Nagasaki is there.
It's a hide and seek game right now. Like everybody, like, where is that guy? Like he's like, I'm chilling. Like everything's good. Like,
Yep. It's all good in the hood as Euphoria is all alone. Nagasaki is their player, but he has been
like
found
they're
by
not
Spec.
finding them.
No, they don't know where he's at. Okay, they found
finally.
him. Finally, they found him. So it will be IF. Welcome back to the PMCO PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Semifinals. My name is Wayne, along with AJ will be your catcher for the day, and thanks to our title sponsor Vivo. And play PUBG Mobile with the Vivo V17 Pro because it brings you more immersive, more powerful, and more ascending performance. And here comes the glorious chicken dinner. And if you do like the stream, make sure that you click the subscribe button and the notification button as well, because there will not be just one, not two, but not three, but there will be 6 other leagues being played right here on this very stream.
And also, if you want to play PUBG Mobile, go on Google Play or App Store, search for PUBG Mobile, click the download button, and you're ready to go. Yep. I don't know why I do have to do that. Like, you're ready to go, right? I don't know why I did that.
I don't know why you did that as well.
It's like,
it sounded cool.
I'm having a lower voice, so I'm more sexy. Yeah.
I don't think so. But it was cool to hear. So it has been a mixed bag here coming in from the second and third day. We have on the first day we had Kurd squad 963. We have SWAT 69, of course Military B winning it, and today we have SMP as well. So again, kind of a mixed bag here. Not a lot of these teams, or none of these teams have actually won themselves a double chicken dinner except for Iraq squad.
Yeah, like what can you do? Like Iraq squad got 3 winners, because I'm really hoping that Iraq squad don't get any kills and no placement point at all. Like yeah. I'm not like dooming their like damning their. I'm not wishing them bad luck. I'm just saying, like, if we are going to see Iraqi squad dominating the battlefield again, it's not going to be a fun game. It is going to be the perfect game, a perfect game for Iraqi squad's fans and families, but not everybody else, especially us.
Why you say, when you say fans and then you shoot me then.
no, like fans and families, right? Fans and families.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought I was included in there. So again, Iraqi squad has been dominating so far for the first day. Second and third day, they didn't play yesterday, so third day they've been a little bit quiet here. They only gotten themselves 5 points in the first game.
Yep.
So things are starting to dwindle down so far for them. It's exactly the same as the first week, which was the group stages, where they won the first day, a double winner chicken dinner back to back, and then after that they kind of went somber. So again, maybe I'm not too sure if maybe they went somber, or maybe after getting so many points, they kind of like, you know what, we can drop gears a little bit, we can slow down, so we don't have to really push ourselves, because either way we will pass into towards the top 16.
Yeah, as you said, normally, like if it was me, and if what was any team I was coaching, or any scenario right there, I would say, guys, you already got the passage to the finals, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to fight off too hard, because normally if you fight too hard and too well in this situation, we're gonna see a lot of observing on your team, and which makes other teams to study on you, which you don't want normally. Right. And also it's also very important to play a little bit slower, right? There's 2 reasons to that. First reason is save your strength.
Yeah.
Right. The second reason is mentally, right? If you were playing very good in the semifinals, and when you get into finals, and you start off with a bad start, that's gonna affect you a lot, especially like emotionally. Like if you say, all right, we're not doing it, we got a lot of kills on semifinals and also group stages, so why can't we do that? We should be able to do, and you start to push yourself, and sometimes that push is what you don't want. You want to be playing it with a normal mental normal status. You want to play it as normal as you can.
So again, maybe, as you said, mental and emotional fatigue can kind of set in for a lot, or at least Iraq squad here, because exactly that. If they played too fantastically on the first couple of weeks, maybe after that, if they drop very early on, things are not looking so bright for them, especially that emotionally they can be disturbed. So that's one of the things they have to look at. And look at that, sometimes you get exhausted with your ability to play, because you've played so well in the first couple of weeks. When you reach the third week, fatigue sets in, you kind of get tired, and sometimes you don't have any more strats to kind of expand.
Yeah, and the thing is, when playing in tournaments, you get hyped, right? And if you got a good start, then you can easily what's it called? Snowball it.
Yeah.
You can snowball it all the way. But the thing is, after getting into semifinals, We are going after getting into the finals. We're gonna have a basically 2 week break, around 1 week to 2 week break, and we have our first fight.
As
coming
ME
in.
is me Assassins and of course against HQ if I'm not mistaken. No, 7K.
7K.
7K against me Assassins here. It looks like Rabbit's on the other side. Faker jumps out, knows that somebody's on top of him, but because of it, he doesn't check the
That
staff.
was it
Will
for
be able to
7K.
take hit down.
Oh
and 7K
no!
eliminated very, very fast here in the first
Like
1.5
that's the
minutes.
fastest elimination we've ever seen. Like 1 minute and 20 seconds. Fastest elimination you ever going to see in PMCO history, I guess.
I would say so. Now Nitska flying out nicely done. Ghost Camp will be knocked here.
Iraq squad's back.
Marco pushing in through as well. Mao's there to provide support as well. So DVX fighting it off. A 2v2 situation between them and Iraqi squad in this compound. And again, Iraqi squad have the upper hand because they have dropped camp here. And things are looking very good for the Mao's coming in from the side as well. The rest of Iraq squad is coming in and converging as well. Outplay is there. Mao might be in a lot of trouble here. And Mao will be sprayed down. Ghost Camp and Mao both down here. They should be able to finish both of them off. And it looks like DVX starting off very, very badly in this situation.
And in that situation, Iraq stood off to a good start with 2 kills under their name. And let's see if they can turn the table around.
And hopefully they can turn the tables around. But Iraq squad off to a fantastic start. Not the start that they were looking for. That is the start that they're looking for after starting abysmally in the first map, especially because they got themselves only 5 points. So hopefully this time around they'll be able to kind of get back to winning ways. As you can see, DVX or Vendetta has already dropped 2 players there in that situation. They're left with 2. And here's the current standings, just so you guys at home will know what's happening right now. Kurd squad, who has already played 8 games, are now at 104. Iraq squad has only played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 6 games, so they are at 98. So they are only 6 points behind Kurd squad, and they will be able to chase them down because either way, we know that Iraq squad already got themselves 2 points here. If they get themselves 1 more point, it's already 3 points. So they are only 3 points away from leveling the terms between them and Kurd squad. So that's very, very close as well. That's something that we have to watch out for because Iraqi squad, we know that they can play fantastic, but either that or again, maybe mental fatigue will set in. So because of it, they kind of play a little bit more passive. But this is the start that we would like to see from Iraqi squad.
Yep. And here we have Arab Madness. They haven't played pretty good on. They haven't played good enough for the first day and not the second day so far. And let's see if they can make any difference. If they don't, they are going home empty-handed.
Yeah, hopefully so. Again, a lot of these teams have kind of watched out. Again, we are watching them to make sure that 8 of these teams have to kind of climb back up towards from the last page of the leaderboard. So one of the things that we have to look for at is, of course, who are we looking at for? Like, really scared of for the last 8 right now.
Like 7K, Abstruse, Arab Madness, me Assassins, and Vendetta actually.
Vendetta is, I think, of among those 5 that you mentioned, Vendetta is the one that we know that sometimes they don't actually perform. The one that is actually pops out is actually Me Assassins and Arab Madness, who really know how to fight. They're very exciting as well. And of course, Abstruse. Abstruse knows that how to survive sometimes when they even getting sandwiched by 2 other teams.
Abstruse and Arab Madness, though both of these teams know how to. They both have a special abilities, let's call that, call them anyway. As you said, Rep Madness do have pretty good mechanics. They know how to fight, they know how to maneuver, but the thing is, they don't know how to position themselves, and not quite good use of item management. Also, one of their most weakest things is calculating the risks, either to take fighters or not to take.
Here comes the circle. It's right smack towards the bigger side of the islands, as you can see. So a lot of these teams have to kind of converge in, but as it stands, it looks like Iraqi squad have found themselves with another team. It's actually Kurd is 1, and Kraken stuck inside one of the factories here. The rest of them are actually fleeing from this fight, doesn't want to take this fight at all, as you can see, but Kraken still inside. He knows that Marco is coming in as well. He's playing a little bit safer, using that third person view to kind of look around him, and you should be able to kind of wait for them. If Marco comes in, he will be able to pop out. Marco spot him out as well. So Kraken's going to just run away and try to reconvene with his teammates there, which is Reef.
Oh, that's smoke.
Hiding inside the smoke for the meantime. And he has to spot out. A couple of shots come flying out, but it looks like Kraken will be able to flee from that fight for the meantime as he joins Rift. And the rest of them are actually a little bit further behind them. them, they should be able to get back together here.
Yeah, that smoke just made the difference for Kraken. Popping that smoke early on in the game and making sure you have a plan B in that situation was pretty good. And as we see, item management and smokes do matter a lot. We got KI right there trying. They have already built a line of defense. If Iraqi squads tries to break that line of defense, they may gonna pay a lot of fees.
Yeah, that's totally right. If Iraqi squad can break them, it's going to be painful for Kurd Iswan. But Kurd Iswan right now, as you can see from the map, they're already across the road. They're trying to flee from this fight altogether, but they have an inkling of who the team might be closest to them, and it's Iraqi squad who is. So because of it, they can just running away right now. If somebody gets popped, I think that's the thing. If somebody gets popped, I think they're going to just cut their losses, just leave that player out. Because as it stands, it doesn't look too good if they go against Iraqi squad because they already gotten themselves 2 kills so far.
Yeah, and I totally agree on that. But sometimes, like, especially on the last round, we see a lot of teams trying to take fights passively, which ended up for them, also Iraqi squad right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Ended up getting actually easy kills for the other team. Because when you're trying, you're basically saying, all right, I'm going to take my chances not being shot at, and let's see how that works. But what you want is like, all right, which is the worst, which is the better choice I have, either to take the fight, all right, I may get a pretty good fight, or either I don't.
Yeah, that's definitely true because again, sometimes these teams kind of played too passively in the last round as well because they kind of just ran away from the fights, and because of it, they kind of got chased from behind and got slayed, especially when they were in vehicles as well. So one of the things that they have to rectify very soon is that to make the decision whether to flee or fight, because fight or flight is kind of one of the reactionary things that you do, and so far their reactions is not on par with a lot of their opponents. So they kind of have to fix that situation very, very soon here. As you can see, VTX or Vendetta against AM's Arab Madness, and Arab Madness knows that Vendetta is very close towards them, but they do not want to take this fight just yet. I think they're going to play it a little bit slow here.
So, like, Middle East had, like, for the past, they didn't get a lot of chance on circle. There wasn't a lot of luck on the circle, but finally we're slowly seeing some good circles. So these teams can play this game more passively if they want, and this is what we're getting. Except VT, I think, well, like what 7K was eliminated early on in the games. Except that everyone is playing the game as passive they can. They are trying to not take any fights. They are trying to flee fights. As you can see, Curtis one here already built the line of defense. If Iraqi squad tries to pass it, they're gonna pay, and it's not gonna end up well for Iraqi squad.
Yeah, they do not have a line of sight to see the players coming in from the Kurd Iswan squad. As you can see, it's very hard for them to get in towards that compound because there's an open road right in front of them. And there's no way to pass it right now, because if they pass it, they're out in the open. They will be sprayed upon, and that's exactly what was going to happen because of that. So because of it, Outplay's playing it passive because his speedo's there as well, just jumping out, trying to get some more vision in and around the bootcamp area. So they're just kind of just looking around here, but at the same time, they have some vision of it. But look at the position. Ninja is right up there. We have Kraken right behind the wall as well. So if anybody crosses through, they will be able to spray them down.
Like, and in this positioning, 2 is enough to hold on. Oh, look at that! One shot,
no.
2 shot. All right.
Escos gets dropped. Nicely done from Ninja. Really, Ninja type of a shot coming in from him. Really, Esco didn't know what hit him, as he was trying to get some information, and he will be slayed here. I hope that he does have a first aid, because things are not looking too good for Iraqi squad, because they are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Can't really go out of it towards the left side. They will be spotted out by Zico and Ninja. If he points out towards the right side, there's Kraken and Reef as well. So there's no way to exit here, as either that or they just kind of have to revert back to a more defensive position behind the factory, and that will be good to go as well. And that's exactly what's happening right now. They're trying to take a more defensive posture behind the factory, and they will be getting maybe out of there as Outplay just checking out the situation for the last time, and he will be rejoining his teammates.
All right, so in that situation, like as you say, there isn't a lot of choices to make. So backing off maybe the better choice, but I think on that situation they did the best deal, like they took the best deal they could. They are trying to rotate now because the circle has spawned in, and the circle is still a little bit unsure where the circle is going to be at. Either it's gonna be on the eastern side of the map or the southern island of the map. So they need to choose an Iraqi squad right there, because knowing the map and the terrain is pretty important in this situation. As you can see, Iraqi squad like they were out, and someone like KI is like having a little bit trouble. They are a little bit scared. They are a little bit unsure because they have no sights of Iraqi squad right there. And if Iraqi squad builds it correctly, they can easily come from the behind, maybe just to surprise one or two of the players from iKurd. And if they do get drops on Kurdish one right here, they can easily go for the Russian tactic and finish them up.
Speaking of the Kurds, it looks like iKurd might be in a lot of trouble here as VTX or Venera is pushing on towards them as well.
No, Venera.
So hopefully they will kind of push in here as Moha pushes in. But things are not looking too great for them because it looks like iKurd has gotten themselves into very good positions here to kind of counter them from pushing in. And as you can see, they're in a lot of trouble as Moha exposes himself just first, pushing in through as well. So it looks like iKurd should have the upper hand here. As it stands, it looks like UN has already lost Bashar in that situation on the other fight. As Kawando gets shot from the side. It's actually Chrome from Hello. Will be able to get 1-for-1 exchange so far, but Moha has been thirsted down, and it looks like iKurd does have the upper hand because Kawan has only been knocked. They will be able to pick him back up, but Self throwing a molly in, doesn't buy himself some time here, pushing away Kawan from the other side. But it looks like VTS might be in a lot of trouble as they already lost Moha here. And Mark pushing in as well. They see him. They know where Molten is. Molten exposes himself a little bit towards the side. Wants to go in for the jiggle pick, but it's very, very hard here. As you can see, things are not looking too bright for them, but Mark is looking very aggressive as well. He's outside the compound. He wants to hunt them down, and VTS is coming in very, very hard. Another molly comes flying out from Molten, but a little bit uncertain on where to throw it, as he has no information of where the iKurd players are so far. And it looks like AB as well has been burned here. AM's fighting as well, along with me, Assassins. So things are happening all in around the map. Finally, we do see a lot of these teams fighting very early on.
Yep, and as we were talking about it, I just saw ABS burning two of their men down again.
That was them doing themselves a favor?
Yeah, them doing themselves situation. I think this is the second time we're seeing that. I really wish it wasn't the same situation on them, because last time I'm not sure if it was them, but somehow there was another team which finished the fight. 4v4 situation, they end up only getting knocked 2 players down and winning actually the fight. So he was like, all right, let me throw smoke for you just for cover, and accidentally throws a Molotov. And that was it for his teammate.
Yeah, that's very, very painful to watch as well for us, because he was like, wait, is that right? Yeah, there is right. It is a molly again. Molten with 61% damage. So that's good. In the percentage between all the bullets that he has shot as well. So that 61% damage means that he has a 61% accuracy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So that's something good to watch as well. 61% accuracy between all the bullets that you fire. That means you have at least 25 bullets that actually hit if you have an extension in your gun.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. And also what it means is you have a very good trigger control. Like sometimes if you see some players are too far away, or you're too good, or something. Like Master just punch EXE Clown out. Yeah, we got punched to death there, as Steep will be exposed here from the side of Uncharted. And I was hoping that we could have seen that punch there, Mike Tyson's punch out. We do see a lot of punches, especially in the early start of the game, because they want to conserve their bullets. But Tip right now has been exposed by the side of Uncharted, as Don will spot him out, waiting for him to expose himself a little bit more. But he's actually letting Tip pass here in the situation. As you can see, Don is all alone. He's getting flustered because he's all alone here. He's getting surrounded from all sides. Azab's coming in from the sides as well. No. He's in a lot of trouble here as he exposed himself. Don in a very weird position right now, but Azab gets knocked, or at least gets shot a little bit until he's left to 8 HP. He's back to fighting ways, but things are not looking too great for Don. He, again, right smack in the middle of everything, as the grenade comes flying out onto Don. I think it's a little bit too short here. The second grenade comes flying out as well. Will not be able to connect. Don will be able to flee himself out of the fight, especially with the usage of that smoke. Right. Here goes the second and the third grenade coming in, but all of the grenades didn't connect onto him. So lucky done.
Yeah, lucky done indeed, as GG still hunting for him, but just can't find the connecting shot so far. Don still hiding behind the rock in the meantime. Azab is coming in from above. As you can see though, Don is right smack in the middle of them. Bunemar is actually towards the left side along with Master inside the one compound, and the rest of them are just actually, you know what, we don't want to fight this. We have to come back there, Don.
Yeah, because GG and actually Uncharted aren't in the circle, so both of the teams are not trying to get early kills. But again, we're seeing pretty funny games coming in from these two
might
teams.
Get this grenade kill though, Kawan, and man is underneath them. The grenade a little bit too long there because they are right underneath that. They should be able to go in for this fight because man is very low. They should be able to get this, but in from up top. They're stuck here in this side. Oh no, but somehow C4 gets taken out there. Very, very weird, but iKurd will be able to test him down.
C4.
That's a little bit weird. I'm not too sure what C4 was doing that because Butcher was already had a line of vision towards them. A smoke comes flying out to buy themselves some time as well. That's actually a flash.
Yeah, C4 actually had a pretty good positioning if he was going to hold his position on those fans. He had himself the best position, and because you can actually, when iKurd is going to try to come up off that hill, they can easily get crossfired by 3 of your teammates. But right now,
no, man, what are you doing? He actually ducks at the wrong time, going prone, but Butcher was waiting for him to come up. They will be able to get down one, as Rowan is actually behind the rock. Kawan is actually coming in for the fight as well. But they both aim from the side. Butcher gets a little bit shot here, but Rowan just can't finish the job. Butcher is out inside the blue. He has to kind of flee act, but look at Quiet going in for the flank very, very fast here. But Quiet gets knocked, not the fight they were looking for here, as Butcher gets exposed onto his side. He's getting sprayed and peppered as well. Rowan going in for the fight as Butcher tries to heal himself back up. But as you can see, Quiet's already down here. Butcher's right there all alone. The grenade comes flying out onto Quiet. Can it connect though? If he connects, he will be able to get this kill, at least kill confirmed. But Butcher's still out inside the blue. He's behind a rock and a hard place, or behind a tree rather. And he's putting his head and will be shot as well.
One more
going in for the shot. We'll be able to clear him down as AM will leave us at 15th place.
Alright, good shot actually from Team iKurd right there, finishing it off with AM. Alright, Mads is not looking what they are looking for, because if you keep playing like that, you're not gonna make it into the finals. Here we have GG right there. GG with full man squad. One of their players pretty low, but they are also pretty good in that situation. The only one they are going to have to fight with is Uncharted.
Citizen X is all alone. Me Assassains pushing on towards him. He tries to fight his way out of this, but Me Assassins are trying to converge around him. They won't be able to get that last shot in. Zeno gets dropped, and SMP will leave with that 14th place.
Me Assassins are actually able to hold the compound for themselves in the meantime. So, and
they were one of the teams that I was saying that they kind of know how to take fights, and that's exactly that. They took fights with SMP, but right now HQ is coming in for the fight. So Mini Assassins MK14 will be able to clear down one of them, making it a 3v2 situation. They're still fighting it off. EXE is just fighting with SYR in another place, and as you see, Rowan with kill. This is 146, not the longest that we've seen. Exactly that. It's actually kind of short there. 146. Because we usually see over 200 meters, but right now still Me Assassins against the HQ team, as they will be able to pick up Z3H, and they will be back to fighting ways, because they will be a 3v3 situation. But as it stands, Me Assassin has the upper hand because they have already cleared down one team. They will be able to pick up their loot boxes as well. But look at Bandar gets dropped very low here. Z3H has already got himself to fighting ways as well. So it's still a 3v3 situation, but MK14 has exactly that, more HP to fight this off. But in from behind is actually Vendetta here. But Pusat gets dropped by Vendetta's players. In from the other side is another Vendetta, of course. This is not the DVX Vendetta, of course. Don't get confused. There's two Vendettas here, but there's one with a D.
Yep. Let's call them D Vendetta and Vendetta.
I don't know. It just doesn't roll off the tongue.
The Vendetta.
The Vendetta. That sounds very nice. The Vendetta. So the Vendetta is fighting it off. Kurd is one, of course, fighting with SYR as well. And in from the side, this is why HQ is actually quite open here. As you can see, DVX coming in for the fight as well. So they have to kind of be careful in this situation, because they might get sandwiched here. And they're trying to run their way back towards the corner of the map. And EXE is waiting on towards the other side as well. Look at it. Iraq squad fighting it off against GG. And GG is out there in the open, as Iraq squad has the vantage point and has the advantage going into this fight, because they are in the circle and the rest of GG are out there.
And he
Tahir
goes
gets
for the kill. And right now, Iraq squad already have 5 kills under the name, with Marco 2 kills under his name. And the thing about, like, everybody should learn about Iraq squad plays positioning. They know how to positioning in different situations. They know how to lower the risks, and they know how to analyze other teams. By what I mean analyzing is always keep an eye on where every team drops at the beginning of the map. If you know how many teams are dropped in, for example, somewhere, you can estimate like how many teams are going to come in from which what's called. That was close.
That was actually very close. Right now, yes, he's fighting out against HQ, but Kurd is coming in for the fight as well. Kurd is
Nice.
Zico actually sprays them down from the sides. They actually didn't get the kill, but HQ is still fighting it off. EXE right now fighting against HQ, but it looks like HQ will be dropped here as Zico will drop into his knees and Bandar finish off as well. It means that Kurd is has already gotten themselves 1 kill, a sneak kill coming in from the sides as well. Look at Reki squad outside of the blue. They're trying to rush themselves back in, but 69 is gatekeeping towards the other side as well. Bunemar's out of the blue. He's eating a lot of damage here, but he's going to be able to heal up just for the meantime. But Marco playing it from the sides. It means that the Iraq squad are out there and they have to get themselves inside the circle, and this is not looking too good for Iraq squad. But one of the things we were saying is that Iraq squad is very good with circle sweeping, and they play around the circle, exactly that, because the circle in Erangel was towards the beach. So that's one of the things that they're very good at. But now not too good as Marco gets dropped here by Fla, and that leaves Speedo all alone in this situation. He's coming out as well, but he has exposed Outplay, got himself into a circle, but he's very, very low here.
Alright, so as soon as in that situation
Speed has been dropped.
Right, speed is also, but they got outplay. You can see the like different play styles coming in. They got 3 mans ahead, and there's like if Fine tries to kill them in the circle, they have a chance actually of going in. But look at that, me Executor, you are pretty
the
close.
lead. Oh, actually does a chunk of damage against Outplay now, but he's still behind the tree. They see his back there, actually. See his back and his butt and posterior. Dabi is pushing through towards the left side, but there's 2 players coming in. He wants to go aggressive here, but it might be too ill-advised because the positioning is not too good here. He's underneath. He sees Wadi though. Won't be able to take down Wadi if he plays it just right. He's going to use that third person view to kind of look at Wadi here, and we'll be able to take Wadi down nicely down from Dabi. At least that grows up and master towards the left side of the.
Oh, look at that grenade!
The grenade comes flying out. Will it be able to connect though? No, it won't. But it will be that Dabi means that Dabi is in a lot of bad position here.
It doesn't connect.
Those nades are just flying out from left, right, front, and center, but just can't connect from any of these players. SYR still fighting it very strong here. Dabi getting grenaded as well. Not seem to have HP. He's still very much in fighting.
Oh, so got third party
coming in from the side, and Groza gets dropped on his knees. Will be able to take now, but no, Executors. He will be taken out as well by R&M from the side of SYR, and me Executors left with 2 players as one gets dropped here on his knees.
For Swag 69, so far so good. Thanks to that third party on SYR, they are going to be able to pick up Ray and Moha, and they are back to 4-man squad against me Assassins and SYR, which both have 3 players alive. And that was it for SYR, leaving them for 2 more players alive. The thing is, I think SWAT 69 is looking the best right now because they have the better positioning and they see a lot of
oh my lord, there's just so many nades comes flying out. Look at that though, but it sense of me Executors coming in from the left side, right side as well. They have 3 players strong. SYR is the weakest right now, having only 2. But as you say that SWAT 69 is the one of the teams that yesterday had the most kills. They had 20 kills in the game that they won, that winner chicken dinner. So we know how good SWAT 69 really is in this situation, and they have prime position to win this as well. As you can see, they're coming in from the right side. SYR is coming in from the right side rather.
And look at that circle, just one on me Executors, me Assassins, sorry, me Assassins. So right now, me Assassins have the little bit upper play right now here because SWAT 69 is going to make it decide either go circle sweeping from the left or the right. If they go from the left, Me Assassin is going to be pretty happy, like third partying you. But
oh, RNM, no, he just gets spotted out, but he actually executed, gets dropped here. Leaving NK14 and Faker, they're out in the open. Faker actually stands up to take down the kill out for the 69, but he might get sandwiched in the situation. They're coming in from the side as well. Faker tries being for the fight, but he gets dropped very low, but he gets a kill out of Moha as well. That's nicely done for him, but he's getting dropped because everybody coming and converging towards his right side. RNM still very much alive here, trying to take the kill up on Faker, or Faker, let's get the kill up on Fla. Destroys the whole team. Nicely done from him. And Squad 69, holy smoke, Squad 69 they had the prime advantage there and they've gone down.
Alright, so back to RM's right here, spotting one player out. And that was it.
Yeah, that's why I will be picking it up. And me Assassins left with only one player, but SWAT 69 though, they had the advantage going into that, but they got destroyed one by one, trying to take down Moha. That was very, very weird here.
Yep, and we have SYR ending up with 8 kills in total. Me Assassins with actually a lot of kills. That's 11 plus 5 of that, 16 kills. Me Assassin 16 kills. So again, congratulations to SYR getting that winner chicken dinner. And I think this is the first winner chicken dinner so far for SYR.
Yeah, I think so as well. Because again, it was a mixed bag in yesterday. Of course, Kurd got 1 and 960 won. Squad 69 of course got getting us a 20 kill game, and then Military B as well. So against SYR hasn't won just yet in this week in the semifinals, but that was looking really, really good for them, because especially that, I think what a mistake by SWAT 69. They had a 4-man advantage, or at least 1-man extra advantage against SYR's players, but they kind of dropped the ball there. The ball was in their court. They kind of dropped it, and they shouldn't have, because they had the advantage going in. They could have gotten themselves the second winner chicken dinner off the semifinal series, but they got dropped one by one going in for the kill out of Moha. What a mistake that they kind of committed to the fight, but they were so jumpy there. Yep. Everybody was just going in for the fight. They knew that they were exposed, but they wanted to commit to that fight nonetheless. And in from the side, Faker was the one that got the kill. So they were hunting for Faker there for the Me Assassin squad, but they got destroyed one by one. So things are not looking too great for SWAT 69 here. Again, they had the advantage there going into it because they had a 4-man squad, and we know that how good they were because they got themselves 20 kills yesterday. But things are not looking so great today. And this is the standings for match number 2. Me Assassins with 30 points, sitting at number 1 with 16 kills, as you say, 16 kills for them. Yep. SYRs follow suit with their chicken dinner, but they only got themselves 28. 2 points behind, still very good for them. Of course, they only got 8 points and 8 kill points. SWAT 69 follow suit with 16 points of their own, and they will be staying at number 3. Iraq squad at number 4 with 13 points. Vendetta at number 5 with 10 points. iKurd number 6 at 10 points as well, sharing it with Vendetta. And Kurd is there as well. Unfortunate for them, they fell at number 7, and Vendetta, the Vendetta. How to say it?
The Vendetta.
The Vendetta. Alright,
yeah.
With 6 points. Sitting
Executors 4 points. Good Games 3. Arab Madness also 3. HeadQ and 7K Elite with 2 points in total. Abstruse and SMP with 1 point. SMP not getting a lot of points at all. Here we have the overall
of their own. Iraqi Elite with 76 as well, sharing it with Military B, and at least one more team at 73.
Here we have SMP ending themselves on 9th place with 1 winner chicken dinner, total points of 72 executed, followed by with 69. Kurd is one, a pretty big gap right there. You see that 69 and 52. Oh, that's the gap we're gonna see throughout the match, throughout the semifinals. Kurd is one with 52, and we got the next page. Oh.
Yes, it is. The danger pace. 963, of course, is there with 1 chicken dinner of their own, but they're sitting at 17th. 46 is there as well. The Vendetta and HQ Vendetta. Both Vendettas are here. Abstruse is there as well. Again, Abstruse played it fantastically in a couple of first days, in the first and second day, I think, or the group stages as well. Yep. But this time around, not good for them. Arab Madness at 23. Things are not looking too good for Arab Madness, but SWAT 69 rather, has Moha right there with 17 kills. I was talking about Moha very earlier on. I thought it was him that was the one that got themselves that fight, but it was actually Faker from Me Assassins. But SWAT 69's Moha, 17 kills for him. Hishi with 17 kills as well. Sharing it with Citizen X also from the side of SNMP with 17 kills as well. Flyer with 13, and of course Speedo with 13 as well. 17, 17, 17, 13, 13. That's really good for 69 KS and of course SNMP. That's fantastic for them so far.
Again, congratulations to SYR team from Syria. taking that winner chicken back.
Yep, hopefully they will be back to winning ways as well, because things are not looking too good for a lot of the teams right in the second page, or the third page rather. So this is going to kind of flick the pages a little bit, or flick the positions a little bit, and hopefully so SYR will be one of the teams that can rise up above the top, because again, it's a little bit of a mixed bag here in terms of winning chicken dinner, because a lot of these teams have gotten themselves the first chicken dinner, but they haven't gotten consecutive ones. But hopefully so we will see the middle table kind of rise up as well. So that will be it for game number 2. We will be returning after this with Vikendi here at the PMCO.
But he does get taken out, ending up with his team in 4th place right there. TRD is also on fire. They're having a lot. Look at the spray. Great positioning actually from 69. So 69. Fight. This game is third party. He gets shots a little bit. He goes around. If he guns it, he goes a blind and he gets a lot. Yes!
One of his own. Should be able to connect. Maybe could be, should be, but not with the nade.
And it does connect with a double nade.
Oh my lord, the dunk on 2 players for coming from SNT squad, and they will be left to their own devices. They will be finished off as well. They trying to place them down, but Banda's getting shot from Jaguar. SYR gets third party by 963 from the sides. Now SYR will have to kind of duck their way into the circle if they want to, because this situation is not looking too good. But somehow SNT gets a strike through the smokes and through the grass as well. Groza with a firing shot will be able to take them down, leaving us with 5 more teams to play. Where he's at, but Mari's in from behind the tree. A nade comes flying out. Again,
it's too far.
A bit close to him. Drops into a little bit towards halfway.
One more.
Another one comes out as well. Marisi on the side. He's not needed for the second one by Super Masala. This third nade might connect, but no, it's actually a molly. Pushes him out of his safe position, flying out as well. This time around will not connect, but Marley is back to healthy ways as he uses the bandages to heal himself back up. But still a 3v1. They have the higher ground. I know the nade comes flying out this time around.
That's close!
Connect. Holy smokes, that way. Just playing and waiting and biting his tongue, waiting for the right opportunity to pounce onto Xiaoqi. But Xiaoqi is still, again, he has the elevation. He's right on top, and Sibu doesn't have helmet, as AJ just said. So he might be in trouble. But Xiaoqi actually falls down all the way, and he actually dies. What the heck just happened there? And Sibu, but he's all alone here, as Sergio already got dropped. So CTL's surprise left with 1 player. The nade comes flying in. Holy smokes! You are totally slow pace. They've dropped gears a little bit, but of course the thing is, we saw Group A battle Group B, and then Group C battle Group D, but we didn't see Group A battle Group C just yet. So I think Group A and Group C.
He could have stayed ahead of the blue.
Why are you healing?
He's trying to out-heal. To be fair, at the current rate, he will be fine. He's banking on Unique taking down Dream Eaters before the next phase pops, because after that, he will not be able to out-heal.
There is a secure position behind this hillside, though.
I know.
There's really no reason for this. I think this is a very big mistake from Mysteria and Myth. He won't be able to out-heal the next. He's got a couple, but that's him out. Yeah. A really big whiff there from Mysteria and Myth. I think they could have absolutely come on the backside of Dream Eaters.
Oh, out comes Frost. He's able to get it, but he needs to mount up. He needs to try and heal. No. He popped the wrong heal. He is going to go down, and now it's just Mortal trying to hold it.
to drop him. A couple of players left. It's
Oh,
actually
he doesn't know.
Nagasaki. Yeah, Nagasaki is there.
It's a hide and seek game right now. Like everybody like, where is that guy? Like he's like, I'm chilling. Like everything's good. Like
Yep. It's all good in the hood as Euphoria is all alone. Nagasaki is their player, but he has been
like,
found
they're
by
not finding
Spag.
him.
No, they don't know where he's at. Okay,
Ah,
they found
finally.
him. Finally, they found him. So it will be IF. Welcome back to the PMCO PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Semifinals. My name is Win, along with AJ will be your casters for today, and thanks to our title sponsors Vivo. And if you're ready to beat out everybody else on the battleground, it's time for seamless and uninterrupted gaming with the Vivo V17 Pro. And remember, if you do like the stream, click that subscribe button and click that notification button as well, because here on the PUBG Mobile Esports channel, there will not be just one or two, there will be 7 leagues being played right here.
And also, if you want to play PUBG Mobile, easily go on Google Play or App Store, download the game for free, and you're good to go.
You're doing the voice again. But I'm not too sure if it's sexy or weird, but it's between the line right now.
Yeah, between the line. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So it's kind of a mixed bag in the last game. We have SYR winning it, and SMP had first game as well. So this is, again, kind of a mixed bag, except for the first day. First day, of course, Iraqi squad won themselves 3 winning chicken dinners, and after that, it was Executors who got themselves 1. But the day number 2, we had Kurd squad 963, we had SWAT 69 with 20 kill game, and Military B in there as well. Now today we have SMP and SYR, so a lot of these teams who kind of was quiet in the group stages right now, starting to pop off here and getting themselves the winning chicken dinner. Even the like Abstruse and I think Assassins, who kind of at the last page, they got themselves a top 3 finish in the last 2 games.
Like, for sure, we're seeing, like I will say it because maybe due to the reason they're playing more passively, and while they're more passive and more carefully, it's ending up in their favor. And in the playstyle, like they normally had, they were too aggressive. And while you get too aggressive, you engage with a lot of teams. Right now, you're playing a little bit passiver. You know, you're calculating the risk, and it's ending up on the favor.
Yeah, hopefully so. A lot of these teams can kind of play a little bit slower, because we see a lot of action coming in from them very early on. So sometimes they kind of have to drop gears, kind of play a little bit safer, because now it shows that whoever is playing a little bit more passive, a little bit more safer, is the ones that's getting themselves into the last circle.
Yeah, and this is the reason which we were seeing domination on the group stages, right? Because a lot of teams were coming in early and engaging early, right?
Yeah.
So normally ends up being the stronger teams winning the fights, being the the team which has the more mechanic
mechanical knowledge.
Like the mechanical knowledge, which they're stronger winning the game, and with those teams which don't like depend on mechanics, losing early on, right? And the difference is between like group stages and semifinals is basically all of the teams are playing more passive, and with that you see everybody squeezing into the like 5th circle or 6th circle, which means there are more chances, not chances, what's the word I'm looking for? There are more reasons. More reasons, and there are more uncountable situation that you may interact with. For example, you get too many teams, you can easily get third party on those situations, and there are more teams, so there are more possibilities to be on. So that's the main reason we are seeing more of those lower teams.
Yeah,
because maybe they ended up with a better position, they're finding themselves better position, but other teams don't. So they get sprayed down, or they get third partied, or they get killed from long distances, or they get in bad positioning and getting pushed up from other teams which are also playing passively, which they don't want to push you, but they need to push you. So you go up a little bit, giving them some room to live, and getting sandwiched, and those things could happen when everybody is playing passively. But if you're not, everybody is like playing pretty aggressively, which you don't get a lot of teams making into the end circle, which leaves everybody a lot of room, right? So you can choose to go to fight with who you want. You can choose to engage with the teams you want, but if it is too crowded, you kind of like
you're gonna have to fight whatever's in front, right?
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's the main reason we're seeing like a lot of teams which were playing better on the group stages are not showing up, because they didn't get the opportunity to play the way they were playing on group stages.
Yeah, I think if you're talking about tactics or strategies, right?
Yeah.
I think the one that we really see that is really potent is the Iraqi squad strategy. They kind of play a circle sweep, which they play towards the edges of the circles. Sometimes the circles edges are right smack at the beach, so at least the circles at the beach. So they kind of play towards the edges of it. So they're kind of one of the teams that just plays towards the edge, waits until the circle shrinks, and then gets themselves into very good positions as well. Although they are very good at fighting very early on, but they choose their fights wisely. So
Yes.
again, in last round, they got themselves very early 2 kills. I think it was on me Assassins. I can't really remember, but they got themselves very early 2 kills. But after that, they didn't engage Kurd is one.
Yep.
So because of it, or iKurd, I think.
Yeah,
So they didn't engage iKurd. So one of the things that I think is very smart from the Iraqi squad is that they play very smart when they're taking positions, and they play it towards the outer circle sweep. And that's really smart. So because you don't see them from the other regions or the other teams as well. This is kind of like. It's very potent, but at the same time, it's kind of like the Iraqi squad tactic, which is we don't really see again from the other teams. Iraqi squad using it very, very wisely. They got themselves into the circle as well. Last round, they got themselves 5th place. Although I don't think that they got a lot of points from it, but they got themselves into 5th place.
Yep.
They got themselves more points,
7
and they're back.
points.
They get 7 points as well. They get themselves back on top there, on top of the listing of the leaderboard. And they're back to winning ways. And then they have 2 more games as well to put Kurd squad in their place. Because 2 more games, they're just gonna shoot them out, rocket them out, and then Kurd squad gonna be left behind.
And like if Iraqi squad gets another big win, they could be pretty sure no one's gonna catch up to them anytime soon.
Yeah, definitely that.
But
So again, hopefully that a lot of these other teams, again, it's a mixed bag in terms of wins in terms of winner chicken dinners for a lot of these teams. So hopefully a lot of these other teams will kind of catch up, especially teams that in the bottom like Abstruse and of course Assassins, which is in the last page. They're in the danger zone, but at the same time they played fantastically in a couple of last 2 rounds. I think it was the last game. It was Abstruse. It was Assassins getting top 3, and it was Abstruse getting in the first game getting number 3 as well.
Yeah, if you play passively, you get a lot of chances. You get, like, if you play aggressively, you are going to lean on yourself, right?
Yeah.
And if you play passively, you are going to lean on yourself. Still, you're gonna lean on yourself, but it's like not taking unnecessary chances and not taking unnecessary engagements, which is going to like converts into not getting killed or getting better positioning, but not playing the game, but playing the game wisely.
That's a bit confusing.
Because you're not playing the game, right? You're just chilling, right?
Yeah.
All right, just chill, right?
Just chill. I think it's a good way to say it.
But the thing is, while you're not playing, the game is playing it for you, because you always have some action going around the circle, which maybe like you didn't do anything. For example, you just ended up in the middle of the map, and you're in a pretty good position, and the circle is always on the center of you. For example, Iraqi squad, they got 2 of those chances. Right, and they did like, all right, we're just gonna chill, and the game played it for them, and in the end, they didn't get a good position, but they were equipped with better weapons. They were equipped with better health. They got better statics than other teams, because other teams were fighting. They were trying to get in the fight, and they didn't have all the information. But Iraqi squad, on the other ways, they got all the information, all the things they need, all the everything they needed, and because they hadn't fought it, right? They got 4-man squad. They pop smoke it. They entered in the position that they thought it was the best, which was the best, and using the tactics and entering that. And after that, it's just the execution part, right?
Yeah.
It's just the easy part. It is not easy, but it is the easy part.
The easier part from the hardest parts. But again, I think you said that you kind of hit the nail in the coffin there, where a lot of these teams just kind of play against each other, so they should be learning against each other what the tactics of the other teams are. But a lot of these teams haven't adapted the gameplay that Iraqi squad has already offered us. So I think that's one of the things that these teams kind of have to copycat, which is playing around the circle rather than trying to get themselves into the circle too fast. Because every time they get into the circle too fast, they kind of get sandwiched in by a lot of the other teams. As you said, they want to play it chill, but they got themselves into the circle, which they think is safe. But at the same time, it's like if you're not ready to rumble, don't take that fight.
The hardest thing to do in PUBG is getting into the circle in the right time.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. You want to be at the right place in the right time. Or even though sometimes you are in the right place, but if you're on the wrong time, you're gonna be the first team to encounter other teams which are also trying to get in that position of yours, which you're gonna be fighting off a lot of teams. The best situation you wanna be is trying to control your time and try to get into the fight under the right time. But it's kind of hard to get into the fight in the right time because you want to be the bigger fish normally, right? And it's hard. It's really hard. It's one of the hardest thing to do if you want to be consistently getting into the circle at the right time. You have to take chances, which those chances are you need to gather information. And what it means to gather information, you either have to have a scout in front of the entire team. He's gonna take the chances and see if he gets lucky or not. If you get lucky, all right, you get a good position and good timing, you can be the better be the fish. But if not, that man is going to drop like he's gonna drop easily.
Yeah, that's very, very true. So a lot of these teams have kind of rectified their situation or rectified their strategies going into the semifinals, because again, we will eliminate 8 teams here from the semifinals. When we reach the top 16 teams that will be left, it will be the regional finals already. So the semifinals, you kind of have to step it up, because this is not the group stages anymore where they had 32 teams and you kind of just could be able to be sitting at the middle of the table, because right now the middle of the table does not seem safe at all.
Yeah, and here we have 63 alive going into the game with 16 teams in total. Let's see how it's gonna be rolling up for these teams.
Yeah, so far the flight path is kind of okay. It's right smack in the middle of it. A lot of these teams can reach above towards the north, but the circle is towards the south, where Iraqi squad is already right smack in the middle of it. So this is very good for Iraqi squad, but the sense a lot of these teams are kind of converging around here, and they have to kind of be careful with that situation, because they have to kind of play in middle of the map, and there's a lot of fight that's going to be happening right now.
Alright, so we have AM and SMP dropping in the same position. Again, we got a pretty rude circle. As you said, like Iraqi squad is on the northern side of the circle. So for them, usually the playstyle they go for is they're gonna get as much as loot as they can quickly, and after that they're gonna reposition them in a better spot, which is going to be maybe on the shores or somewhere with not a lot of action, because if they stay on the northern side of the circle, every team is going to come from the northern side. There is just no other way. You are going to be fighting with a lot of teams, and that means taking chances. That means going through your items, and you are going to waste a lot of items on unnecessary fights. So yeah, positioning yourself in a better place, and also in a better mood, is gonna help your team a lot, and a lot of teams can learn from that tactic.
Yeah, so far so good for a lot of these teams. Airport Vosto, though, we do see a couple of teams here is SMP and of course Arab Madness. Arab Madness not doing too great in terms of their
Scores.
Yeah, the scores is not the best, but they got themselves to top 3 a couple of times so far in the last couple of days. So I think it could be something that they can rectify very soon. But those are the things. They've gotten themselves good positions to get themselves the positional points.
Yeah.
But at the same time, their kills has a lot to be desired as well. They keep taking kills or keep taking fights which they cannot win. So hopefully, they kind of play how Iraqi squad plays it. Play the circle, so play around the circle rather than get themselves in right smack in the middle and forcing themselves to have to go for fights. Because I don't think AM is one of the teams that can really go for fights very early on, because we've seen them do it and we've seen them fail miserably at it. So they have to kind of just play a little bit safer here.
I completely agree on that, and also like circle sweeping is pretty fun, and you can easily get a lot of kills from that. But it's also a risky shot, right, Win?
Yeah.
Because if you circle sweep, because while you're sweeping, and if you encounter like another team which is maybe he is sneaky, or they are playing it very
Yeah.
very passively.
Gatekeepers.
Yeah, gatekeepers, and they actually got themselves in that situation once today on the first map. They just went into the hole of EXE, and EXE were like, welcome to our hole, and off you go.
Yeah, that's exactly that. That's exactly true, because that happened in first map which was Erangel as well, because they were kind of right smack in the middle of it.
Yep.
And EXE was waiting for them to kind of pop up, so
Yep.
they have to be careful with that position. If they do play it, it's not the safest strategy, but of course it's a very good strategy, but not the safest strategy. You have to
Yes.
kind of know how to play it, know how to get yourself around the circles, around the circle, to make sure that you get into good positions. But if you're just playing around the circle, you kind of can get sandwiched by the person inside the circle and the person who's coming out from the outside trying to rotate back into a circle. So you kind of get, it's a double-edged sword there, where both are, it's kind of useful, but at the same time it's kind of dangerous as well.
Yeah, I totally, like, completely agree on that thing you said. And SMP, let's take a look at the circle first. So as we said, Iraqi squad is on the move to the southern side of the circle. We got SMP also trying to make it to the southern side. But I think I think the worst part about it right now is the majority of the team which are in the circle are already on the southern side. That is the best position that you want, and everybody understands that. And if you go in right now, and like the safest place may be the dangerous place, and the dangerous place may be the safest place in special times, and most of the time it is the thing.
Yeah, that's exactly true, because sometimes you can, the situation can just flip over its head, and then just things can go very very quickly. So as we stand, this is very weird, because we are already 5 minutes in and nobody's dead.
Yep.
We have 16 teams still alive. Nobody has dropped first blood. So this is very weird. Although the thing is with this map is that it promotes fighting in the middle stages of the game very early on sometimes, because the thing is this map has 27 towns. So hopefully a lot of these teams will not be meeting up with each other. That's exactly what's happening right now. But inside the middle stages of the map, it's very congested around this area, because there's not a lot of terrain that you can hide from. It's quite out in the open. Unless you have towns there, you're quite in a dangerous position. So that's one of the things why it promotes fighting in the middle stages of the game. When you kind of push in, look at that Iraqi squad suddenly starts themselves SMP, but Iraqi squad is already out on top, especially Marco, that he's ready and willing and able to take this fight, but he's out of the car. But right now GG is fighting with SYR as well, so that's kind of happening at the same time simultaneously here, where SYR is fighting against GG, and they're pushing Ez up further and further behind. But as you can see, the minimap, he's actually reversing back towards his teammates, and the rest of them are ready to fight as well. So I think back to its SMP and Iraq squad. I think hopefully Iraq squad will not be fighting them very soon. But as you can see, the minimap, they're quite close to each other. But now Iraqi squad has since fled from the situation.
There they go. They're like, all right, we're gonna find a place and call it home. And this is the situation we are getting right now. Like, everybody is going to try to get onto the south side of the map, because it is safer for now. But right now, as we and the audience are looking at, it is going to be the most dangerous place to be, because as we said, this map promotes mid-stage fighting, right? But the problem is we have encountered this situation a lot, and we are encountering it again. The circle is not friendly. It has cut off at least 30 to 40% of the map. So it means it pushes the circle onto the next phase. If you want to say it like that, it is in the second circle, which means the circle is a little bit closer than usual. Means that you're gonna get a much crowded circle than usually you get. So it means a lot of teams are going to fight, and we are going to see a lot and a ton of engagements. And as we say, we already have like a lot of teams around, and it is very crowded. And the reason we say it, right, Iraqi squad is already there, but the thing is, everybody is playing passive, right? Everybody knows at least how to position themselves from, let's say, from the...
right now, everybody has been dropped there from the side of SMP. Again, SMP is 4 men strong here.
Oh, look at
the rest of 7K has actually left the town, or left the fight all to their own. I think they're 3 strong here.
Oh,
so they should be able to fight. The grenade comes flying out. Maybe it comes flying out towards Yusuf. It was very close, but didn't go inside the house. So forcefully to say, they're trying to get the skills, but SMP has the advantage here going into this fight. But I should say that you're totally right. The circle's a little bit has no manners, if I'm not mistaken. It really has no manners, this circle. Right smack down towards the southern side. Half of it's in water, so they have to kind of fight out. But look at that, Kablash pushing in as well. Rabadi still has been picked up. Will be able to heal himself back up, but it doesn't seem that he has a first aid as well. So this might be a problematic for them. Right in for the side. Rabadi gets dropped for the second time from Citizen X. They're pushing in. Yusuf suddenly survives here, but they're pushing in onto Yusuf gets a double kill. But they'll be all shooted so far. They're going in for the third guy. He's actually exposing himself. They should be able to get the kill, and they will be able to clear them down. 7K is done and dusted, and will be leaving us first at 16th place.
7K is not looking good at all. And let's take a look at that airdrop. AWM with a level 3 helmet and vest, but not a scope. So you need a scope for that if you want to use that. But still, 4x is enough.
Yeah, 4x is really potent on this map as well, because you can't really use 6x. This is not Miramar, which is a long range fight, which you kind of have to take. But it's kind of this is very healy as well. But the heals are a little bit closer to each other. So again, the 6x the 4x rather is very potent here. But it looks like AM suddenly dropped inside the fight. 69 is willing, ready, and able to take that fight, and the rest of AM is just fleeing the fight altogether here. They're like, we're not taking this fight at all. We just should have just fleed. We went to the wrong side. We made a mistake. Please don't punish us for it. But they have been punished to the drop for the side of Arab Madness.
Alright, so we got SWAT 69 right here in this position, just making sure of their positioning, and they just held down Arab Madness in that situation. Alright, so the thing is, as we said, the circle, everybody wants to go to the southern side, and the circle does promote mid-stage fighting, but the thing is, the circle doesn't have any manners, and everybody wants, like, we want to make it into the end game. So everybody like move into the circle early, and everybody like all right, let's play this passive. And it is what we say, like sometimes the safest play is the most dangerous place, and we are getting that right now. And as we say, like the Vendetta and ABS and actually Uncharted, these three teams who are late to the party are actually having the time of their life, because no one's fighting them and no one's in this area. But ABS, even though they joined late to the party, they're like, let's go into the party.
Not too sure what they were doing there, but again, these teams are...
They have no idea.
Yeah, just kind of just fighting it off. Sometimes they're trying to get themselves into good compounds, but at the same time, it's already been occupied, so they have to be careful with where they choose to fight it off. ABS is here along Winery, if I'm not mistaken. They're very close towards it. So
it doesn't matter. Everybody in this situation is near everybody, right? You can easily get third party. You can easily get rushed. You can go into anyone while rotating, because there's 15 teams left. And the circle is already on. Oh, look at that M249. Ooh. That's one of the best guns in this map, because you're gonna need those ammunition, and 100 bullets at the time. You can actually give a lot of suppressing fire. All right. As soon as they got something, they're getting sprayed down for someone else.
Well, they as you said, getting sprayed by the third party of ink from the side. There's a couple of teams which is on the side. Look at where 69 are. They're on top of the hill a little bit. They have the vantage point, and they should be able to take a couple of kills if XYR exposes themselves. But at the same time, they're playing it passive as well. In from the side, it's actually HQ along with EXE on each other. It actually burns loud a little bit here. But in from inside, Clown actually jumps down. That's nicely done from Clown. What a dodge. What a kung fu play there. Jumping down towards the bridge. But right now, Nasir gets burned a little bit. Does it actually turns back towards the Molotov. A little bit uncertain what to do here, but it looks like HQ might be in a lot of trouble here, as EXE are ready to fight as well here at the Winery.
All right, we got actually 4 teams in the Winery. We got HQ, we got EXE, we got, I think, SWAT 69, and we got one more teams, which is Vendetta, also pretty close to the Winery. So Winery is the middle, it is in the center of this map, so everybody is trying to get in there. But Iraqi squad getting an explosion kill onto SMP early on in this game. We still got 55 player alive, and 15 teams still is playing in this game. So everybody is playing it passively, and let's take a look at the next circle, which is going to be spawned in 2 minutes.
Yeah, just a couple of more minutes, and then it will be coming in. At least the circle will be hopefully it will be a little bit safer for a lot of these teams. But look at this. Look at where Rafek is. He's very in a very good position. As soon as they pop out, as soon as they pop in, he can pop up. That's very good as well in the position for Rafek. So hopefully they will be able to survive this, because EXE, we saw that on the first day, at least in the semifinals, getting themselves winner chicken dinner. But after that, they didn't get the opportunity to play. Now they are playing again. So hopefully EXE will get back to winning, because they were the favorites again. Were the favorites coming into the split, because they were the champions in the last split. But the grenade was very close as well. But they were the champions of the last split. But this time around, though, they're having a lot of problems dealing with Iraqi squad.
I totally agree that, because Iraqi squad just pumped out of nowhere, and we can call them the dark horse so far in Middle Eastern group stages and semifinals. And it is like this is not like, I will say this correctly. Please don't go crowded in that position, right? If you go too crowded, you can easily get finished up by a nade.
That's exactly that. HQ is actually crowding up. EXE Clown is actually underneath them. He's throwing a nade as well. Rafek joins the fight. This is a very good position coming in from the EXE squad. They're going to try by themselves sometime with the smoke as well. Rafek already got eliminated, or actually got knocked by Nasir there, if I'm not mistaken. And they have to run away here. They have to run away, and they kind of have to flee. But look at where Zeh is pushing in very aggressively, where Clown is as well. Clown's all alone. He will be eliminated, and he will be dropping
coming down.
Coming down, he's
that's
total.
One more.
What a mistake coming in for EXE. Now they will be left with one more player, and they're pushing up as well. They see him from a mile away. Nasir will play him down. Nasir with a double kill for among the four.
Well done.
Extremely good coming in for the side of HQ.
Well done from HQ. That's the play we are looking for them for quite a while. We haven't seen an aggressive player like that for a long time. Actually, that was great execution. That was the thing I was looking for a long time in this game, because normally you see teams able to drop 1 frag and 2 frags and not executing, right? In this situation, you had the upper hand. The smoke was there, and let's put it out later.
Because Bashar is getting shot along with Bunemar here, one from the sides. But it's
that's
actually
one.
Ghost
That's
who gets knocked first. One by one, they're dropping like flies, but it's a 1-for-1 exchange so far. 2 players coming in from the Vanilla squad has been dropped. Master is pushing in from the sides as well. They are all still very healthy here from the side of UN. Look at it, both being tested down here as Ghost Camp will try to hide himself there. But DVS losing 2 players in quick succession very early on as US pushing in towards them. Bashar gets mollied a little bit, but look at where Muhammad is. He's very low, and he will be burning to death as well, leaving Majid all alone. The DVX squad just losing players left, right, front, and center as Majid saw himself onto the second front, and they're coming in 4-man strong. Majid has to hope for the best, but he will be slayed as well. DVX going in and out at 14th place.
The Vendetta already out. All right, so we are going to see a lot of similar ground fights. Finally, Middle East is heating up a little bit, and they're hot. We are seeing quite a good execution so far. We got 2 executions coming in. Still, great play from everybody so far. Let's see the standings. Iraq squad on 111 points in Syria, and I think SWAT 69 is going to get a flank on them if they can, but I think it's just gonna make sure they're gonna secure down HQ. You can see Ray right there getting a lot of information. As soon as actually Ray got that information, he's falling back, and SWAT 69 is going to establish a line of defense. But the thing right now in Winery is they are in the middle of map, and if there was 3 teams, you are basically safer than being here alone.
Look at that. SMP and Iraqi squad. That was
like they were here from the start.
That's why they want to have nothing to do with whatever fights happening towards the top of Winery right now.
Like, all right, what's happening in Winery is not my business. SMP, you cool? Yeah, cool. You wanna take a couple of shots? Yeah, sure, right. Let's duel it off a little bit. All right, it doesn't matter. Like, I can drop you once, you can be picked up. It's like Iraqi squad is like, all right, let's practice a little bit.
As you can see where they are, but the thing is, they are out of the circle. They have to kind of shift in, and there's no compound which is in front of them, so they will be out and about and very, very vulnerable to a lot of these shots, especially coming in from the Vendetta squad, which is in front of them. So Vendetta can keep 2 teams at the same time here, SMP and Iraqi squad.
But I don't think Vendetta is capable incapable of doing that. I'm just gonna call it true because they're not good in mechanics and they are not good at communicating. If you want to gatekeep someone, communication is the key in that situation. So if Vendetta goes for that gatekeeping, they need to pay. They are going to play. They are going to pay. So for the thing, I know maybe Iraqi squad is going to maneuver with a vehicle later on, maybe into the southern side of the circle, as we say. I think that is Iraqi squad. Yes, that is Iraqi squad actually maneuvering a little bit, and they are getting a lot of information. But SYR does get a kill on to Iraqi squad team members.
Second player as well has taken a fall. I'm not too sure what's happening there, but Iraqi squad losing player left and right. Not too sure again what's happening there because they were kind of shifting about. It might be that they're left with 2 players right now. A little bit weird now, but SYR getting shot by 69. And where is the rest of Iraq squad? Can they come back in towards the circle because they've lost 2 in quick succession? They didn't have any vehicles. They just kind of ran inside there, and they got eliminated very, very early on. This is only the 4th circle, so this is not where we usually see Iraqi squad fall.
Yeah, Iraqi squad, they played the tactic we were talking about a little bit earlier, right? Oh, let's take a look at that percentage coming in. Damage percentage 85%. That is going to be one of the highest percentage we are seeing. If not, it is the highest percentage. So as we were talking about a little bit earlier, right? If you want to circle speed, you kind of need to gather information first, and you need someone to be scouting for your team to find a better position. And that's actually what we got, because Iraqi squad they send a scout out there to check how is the situation over that compound, and well, it didn't end well. So yeah, you kind of lose one person, but losing one is better than losing a full team. So Iraqi squad got themselves into the circle, but not in the best situation they would want it, but still in the circle. And let's take a look at the next circle, which is going to be ending up straight northern side of the winery, but the winery is still in the circle.
Look
so
at that.
We are going to see a couple of teams trying to stay in the winery, and we may see actually SWAC 69 fighting with HQ, but I think SWAC 69 isn't going for that fight because they are already on the vehicle.
Actually,
maybe
the best position is actually SMP, who was towards the southern side of the map, right beside Iraqi squad, but they got themselves back towards the northern side, and they're all alone here. Just beautiful for SMP, getting themselves back towards a place where nobody's at. Now Kurd is one looking for a compound as well, but they're getting shot by AB. As they jump out of the car, they want to take this fight, but they're losing HP very, very fast here. Zico's going to try to heal himself back out. The car's going to explode, and it does a lot of damage against Zico, but Zico still very much aim from the side, so it's actually Kraken getting the kill up on Pulat, dropping him down. Kara's there to provide support as well. He will be able to pick him out, but Snow is there to kind of just wait for Ninja to kind of pop out, and he's going to burn Ninja here a little bit.
I think in this situation, SWAC 69 may come in and be the third party, but if SWAC 69 guys come onto the fight, they need to fire off AM fast. And take a look at that. SWAC 69 Ray dropping down from player back to the battlefield. We have here Karen dropping one more play and finishing off ABS Snow. So far so good for Kurd one, able to secure their 4-player, and here we have Iraqi squad.
What Iraqi squad is playing around, but they have 3 players around them, but they destroy GG very, very quickly here, as GG was trying to get into a circle as well. But back to the fight, it looks like ABS has been destroyed here, and Kurd is one should be safe in this situation.
And Iraqi squad need to move fast because I think they lost one of their vehicles. I don't know if they can make it back into the circle, because the circle does quite a lot of damage in this situation, and SYR being able to actually, they have a skull, but the thing is SYR can easily spray them down, as Master does spray them. Speedy right there, Iraqi losing players left and right. They have 2 players left, they are pretty low, and one more. Speedy does get finished off, and iKurd here actually is pretty close to Uncharted. One of the Uncharted players are dropped, but he is going to be able to be picked up.
AM is in a lot of trouble here. They're getting converged upon, and he's only very, very low as Master finishes him off. Arab Madness dropping out in 11th place, only getting 1 point in this game. Not the point that they were looking for. At least they were looking for at least 10, but things are not looking so great for them. SYR's will be dropped by VTX Moha here. As, 2 players getting dropped by Moha on the side of SYR. So the SYR has to be careful here. But look at that. Marco and Outplay still very much alive. And Outplay has 85% damage done. Exactly that. It's kind of like an accuracy because 85% means that 85% of the bullets that he's been shooting actually hits the opponent. So that's how accurate he really is. So hopefully he will be showing us some of the action very, very soon. But Iraqi squad left with 2 players right now.
All right, so we just saw SWAT69 going straight into the circle, but the thing is, you want to go to the straight into the circle, you may need to be countering about with me Assassin. But right now, me Assassins aren't looking pretty good. They got 1 player down. It is up to Faker, which is also gonna be finished up by the Ray. SWAT69 again shows us how they're good on sieging into the building. We got iKurd right here, actually taking 1 of the members out, and 1 more coming in.
Man with the spray down. Nicely done for him. There's another player actually inside the house. It's actually Bashar, but Bashar, you can't really run here because he's only alone and he will be able to survive for the meantime. But no, they will be able to destroy him.
Uncharted.
Uncharted is done and dusted. That's really, really nice from iKurd. Just pushing in the house. There was no way for Uncharted to kind of go out back because, again, there's only 2 exits coming out for the house, and both of it was covered by the players from iKurd, and because they were coming in into a circle. But as it shrinks, a lot of these players will kind of have to shuffle back in, as you can see towards the top of the site. We can see that G69 is towards the right side, but they're inside the circle by HQ right now, getting pushed or getting shot by Marco here. Marco, although they're only left with 2 players, but he's very aggressive. He wants to make sure there is a line of sight in towards the circle. That's very, very important here. Is to get yourself into a circle and to establish a line of sight into that very, very circle.
It's very important actually to push away your opponents, to make it clear pass, as you say, to into the circle. You don't want someone else actually trying to get a kill on counter. Here we have SMP getting knocked down by actually Vendetta, which is the better playing Vendetta, but so far 1 more play down from
what
SMP.
A job. Hello, Superman jump here coming in. Molten gets dropped. What the heck just happened there? Zeno with the Superman jump somehow came in punching in the air and just getting his guns out and will be able to take him down. What the heck just happened there with Zeno? That was kind of cool to watch. Morton's on the floor. The rest of VTX are actually behind this rock. They have prime position as well. This is very good position because for now they can kind of suppress Zeno. But in from the other side, they get the kill up by Citizen X, and Citizen X is dropped here on the floor and he will be finished off by the blue, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, they will be fleeing here and Vendetta will get themselves back into a circle.
Alright, so in this situation, Vendetta is going to get back in the circle, but HQ is also in the circle, and look at that. They may be able to pick up Citizen X.
Oh, there's no way, there's no way.
Oh, that was it for Citizen X.
And Zeno's low as well, so there's no way for him to escape. Moha's gatekeeping, making sure that Zeno can't come out. Zeno's trying to heal himself back up, but again, he has no way to escape here.
If he has smoke and he is going to able to make a couple of damage onto him, he may get a chance, because Moha also needs to rotate pretty early on, because Zeno is in the circle. He doesn't move. He doesn't need to move a lot to get in the circle. But Moha on the other side, he either is going to commit to the side of Zeno, or he needs to commit to the side and make not the best idea right now, taking down HQ and Iraqi squad and KR.
Yeah, there's just too many people that are congesting at the circle, so a lot of these teams, if they start fighting it off, a lot of the other teams will kind of converge onto the...
Look at that.
Nice shot coming in from Ninja though, but not get the kill, but gets a lot of damage done towards one of the players. That's actually Ray. Now Ray will be able to heal up. Nice 69. SWAT 69 is stuck smack inside this one house, which is actually quite open here, because a lot of these players can just spray onto him. So they have to be careful, but they're fighting it off. They want to take this fight, and looks like Kurd is in a lot of trouble here, because they have a line of sight on towards Kurd is as well here.
All right, Kurd is actually doesn't. They have made a compound for themselves, so they can maybe try their luck and try to keep in the circle. But as we say, Ray was able to get a knockdown on Kurd in this situation. All right, so we got the next circle coming in right now and is already shrinking. So a lot of teams are going to be eliminated in the next upcoming 30 seconds to 1 minute, as Iraqi squad outplayed takes 2 of the KI players. And again, he is quite alone, but he does get taken down by the blue. And let's see if those 2 knockdowns can be converted into the circle. One is, the second is also, but I'm not sure if the kill is going to be converted under his name. So here we got iKurd still fighting off the lonely player from SMP. If he's not in the circle, he's in a big trouble.
Coming in from the side, so a couple of players are just running into the circle. This is a mistake here as HQ gets destroyed while they were coming in by VTX and 69. Both of them tag teaming up to get those kills, and it will be 4 teams left right now. iKurd with 4 players, SWAT 69 with 3, Vendetta with 2, and SMP with just 1.
Alright, 4
Oh my
look at
lord.
that.
As 69's play has been dropped here on his knees. VTX is in a lot of trouble here. They're stuck behind the 3 lines. iKurd has the best opportunity here because they are in behind the car, but they're eating the blue as well. They have to kind of push in, but they're getting sprayed in from the side. It's actually SWAT 69 just spraying them down, and iKurd have lost 1 player here. A couple of players right now still very much exposed as Zeno is just spraying, peppering them down as well. 69 and Zeno from SMP just peppering the side of iKurd behind the 3 lines.
Right, iKurd needs to make a move right now, or else they're gonna be sandwiched by Zeno and SWAT 69 because they're not in the best position. The circle, the blue is just behind them. Actually, look at this play. SWAT 69 is pretty up close to iKurd, and if iKurd is going for that play, he's just gonna go for spraying. And believe me or not, those sprays are going to affect a lot of on iKurd and maybe taking 1, but not 1 or maybe 2 players out. And that's the first one.
Yeah, that's the first one indeed, as Rowan gets taken down and Kawan gets taken down also with the side of 69 just spraying them down. The third player gets taken down as well. Just one more player from the side of iKurd, still very much alive here. They're just nailing them to the wall as SWAT 69 just spraying everything they could. Even though there's a smoke, they don't care.
Grenade
they don't
coming in.
care. The grenade comes flying in as well. That's very close as well. That's 23 damage to each of them.
And
They're
one
still
more
getting
spray.
sprayed through the smoke. But still very much alive is one more player here, and they will be finished off, I think, because Mancy is all alone.
That was it.
Mancy gets finished off, leaving 3 teams still alive. VTS just trying to punish 69, but they get punished instead as they expose us. And look at where Zeno is. Zeno will be able to take down Self because Self is all alone here behind the VTX car. As Moha comes crawling in, Self actually exposes himself. Zeno doesn't want to take the kill just yet, but he sees Self. He's waiting for it. Self knows where he's at as well. He doesn't want to take this fight, but Zeno is coming in from behind.
They both know
if they fight this here, Zeno will be exposed. 69 should be able to win this fight.
Yeah, 69 is gonna chill right here because as long as they chill,
he's getting burned.
Oh, he's gonna be close. One more.
A second more only as well.
Yes, that's it.
What the hell, Zeno? How the hell did you manage that? And now Zeno will be in a 1v3 situation as SWAT 69 should be able to pick out this winner chicken dinner as he exposes himself. He's actually jumping around. Zeno spraying him down, but they know where he's at, but he will be able to drop down 1. But Zeno's all alone still. He's on the ground. In from behind the spawn. They don't know where he's at. The circle's pushing in, but Zeno should be safe here, but no, they will be able to get it. Holy smoke. SWAT 69 managing to get that win by SMP. Zeno making it very, very scary there.
Zeno, actually great play coming from SMP Zeno right there. Getting 4 kills and enabling your team to get into the last circle and ended up in the 2nd place is going to be a great play for you, and nice try from Vendetta right there because they weren't playing too good, but as we say, we are seeing a lot of those bottom teams playing better and better as we go into semifinals, but we're losing some of the best players, which best played team which were playing good on the group stages. We're not seeing them anymore.
Yeah, Experience out there. 7K is out there as well.
Look at this kill.
This is the perfect play coming in from HQ that just spraying down everybody from the inside of EXE and
that's just like, what can you say? That's great commitment.
Yeah.
Getting those 3 kills, right? Don't hesitate.
Getting those shots in, making sure that they get the 4 kills as well. Kind of hard to do in that situation because they were at the lower floor, but managing to get it is just perfect. Here is where AM, if I'm not mistaken, gets eliminated. So things are unlucky for them. Erangel is dropping down very, very fast here in the game. So hopefully they can rectify that very soon. Because again, we are looking at some of the smaller teams or some of the lower teams, which they've gotten themselves in better positions right now. So hopefully again, these teams can sustain themselves in the middle of the rankings because they are not looking too great right now.
Right. Again, congratulations to SWAT 69 from where are they from?
I'm not entirely sure as well.
Found him. Oh, Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. So SWAT 69 for Saudi Arabia has gotten themselves another winner in chicken dinner, I think, because that's the second one. Yesterday they got themselves a 20-kill game. So that's fantastic for SWAT 69. Again, we're seeing a lot of these teams who had trouble in the group stages just flourishing in the semi-finals, and exactly that. SWAT 69 got themselves that second chicken dinner, and they're only second to Iraq squad, which only got themselves 3.
Yeah, and actually SWAT 69 were also one of the favorite teams from last season, because they were also playing pretty good last season. But again, SWAT 69 didn't do well on the group stages, but they are doing pretty well in our semifinals. Let's check it out, the ranks right here. We got SWAT 69 ended up in first place with 30 total points. SMP catching up pretty good, actually. Nice playing from SMP with 21 points coming in. Vendetta was 20, iKurd was 13, followed by also another Kurd team. Kurd is 1 with 13 points also. Iraq squad was 12 points. HQ was 11 points. Uncharted was 8 points.
So things are looking good for the Kurds right now in the first page, but we have looking at the second page, Executors at 15th place, 7K Elite at 16th place. Again, 7K Elite and Executors are of course the favorites in our terms, but Vendetta in good game, Abstruse is there, Arab Madness dropping out at 11th place, Me Assassin dropping out at 10th place, SYR Team dropping out at 9th place. SYR Team still okay because they got themselves a chicken dinner, but the rest of them has to step up here.
SYR was eliminated early on, and look at the points. So 16 to 11 points, nobody got any kills, right?
Yeah, 0 kills for a lot of these teams, so that's very good to see. But this is the overall standings. Iraqi squad at first place with 123 total points. They are just 3 points away from SWAT 69, which is catching up to them as well with 53 kill points and 120 total points. Those kills are just coming in from SWAT 69.
So
but Kurd squad following suit with 41 kills of their own with 104 points, just 3 points ahead of SYR Team with 101, and the SMP follows suit with 93. So there's a gap there, but the SYR Team and Kurd squad are very close to each other. The Real Deal with 89, Military B with 76, and Iraqi Elite at number 8 with 76. They dropped down a couple of places as well for the Real Deal, Military B, and of course Iraqi Elite.
Alright, let's check out the second bench of it. We got SNT with 73 points. Executed doing alright, not good, not bad. I will take that point, right? 70 points. Kurd is one was followed behind with 5 points behind with 65 points, followed by iKurd with 4 points behind with 61 points. Ooh, that was fast. Uncharted was 59 points, followed by Me Assassin 52, good game 51, and Kurd is up. Kurd up team with 49 points, and let's take a look at the dangerous page.
Danger zone for 963 with 46 points only. They're sitting at number 17, didn't even budge a single notch. Vendetta is there as well with number 18 with 45 points. They went up a little bit, so things are looking better for them, but 46, or rather the Vendetta and HQ who are playing today, they have dropped down a couple of steps as well, so things are not looking too great for HQ as well, because they played it fantastically just not to get the kill up on EXE, even second. But other than that, we haven't really seen that. Abstruse, Arab Madness, and 7K Elite, all of them not budging a single step. So again, they are in the danger zone. This might be the 8 teams that will be eliminated here at the semifinals.
I'm gonna call it in the last 3 position of those, which is I think Abstruse and 7K, and what was the other team? Alright, doesn't matter. Those 2 streams they have already played that's 6 matches already.
7 matches.
7 matches already. So they don't have a lot of games to play against. So again, let's take a look at kill leaders. Moha was 90 kills, Citizen X 1 kill behind was 18. Also Hisha was 17 kills, Master was 15 kills, and Boo Flash was 14 kills. Again, SWAT 69 are dominating the killer boards, right? Yeah,
the 2 of the players are up there. Okay, SWAT 69 played fantastically in the last couple of days, right? Because we were seeing a lot of these other teams struggle very early on, but then they kind of got their groove back, kind of got their rhythm up and running, and SWAT 69 just playing it perfectly right now, getting themselves 2 chicken dinners, not back to back, but at least in the last couple of days. So they're playing consistently as well. They're right underneath who is it? They're number 2 right now. So they're very, very close towards catching back out towards number 1, which is Iraq squad occupying up there, but they're just so close. We didn't think that SWAT 69 was the team that took chase them back up, but SWAT 69 right now at number 2 as well.
Alright, so the situation is they actually got only 41 kills on group stages. Already they are ending up with 53 kills here halfway through the match. Like 1 match like more than halfway through, but
Yeah.
still halfway through the match, getting out with 53 kills. That's a lot of kills. I'm really hyped if someone makes if a team goes for 100 kills. That would be so crazy, because getting 600 kills in 3 days, 3 days, or let's say
12 matches.
12 matches, right?
Yeah.
Getting 12 matches, it is going to be converting with getting 8 to 9 kills per round, and that's a lot of kills.
So hopefully we will be seeing that. Just quite
No, please, I don't want to see that.
I want to see somebody
that.
getting over 100 kills. That would be
Alright.
fantastic to watch. But hopefully it not be that case for AJ. But hopefully it will be that case for me. So thanks again for watching. We will be going to map number 4 after this. We will be taking a short break. It will be Erangel after this break.
But he does get taken out, ending out with his team in 4th place right there. TRD is also on fire. They're having a lot. Look at that spray.
Oh.
Great positioning actually from 69. SYR 69. By this game is third party. He gets shots a little bit. He goes around. If he guns it, he goes to blind and he gets a lot. Yes!
One of his own. Should be able
Surprise.
to connect. Maybe could be, should be, but not with the nade.
And
it
it does connect with a double nade.
Oh my lord, the dunk on 2 players were coming from S&T squad, and they will be left to their own devices. They will finish off as well. They trying to place them down, but Banda's getting shot from Jaguar. SYR gets third party by 963 from the sides. Now SYR will have to kind of duck their way into a circle if they want to, because this situation not looking too good. But somehow S&T gets a strike through the smokes and through the grass as well. Groza with a firing shot will be able to take them down, leaving us with 5 more teams to play. Where he's at, but Marty's in from behind the tree. A nade comes flying out. Again,
it's too far.
A bit close
But
to him.
does-
Drops him to a little bit towards halfway.
One more.
Another one comes out as well. Marty C on the side. He's not needed for the second one by Super Masala. This third nade might connect, but no, it's actually a molly. Pushes him out of his safe position, flying out as well. This time around will not connect, but Marley is back to healthy ways as he uses the bandages to heal himself back up. But still a 3v1. They have the higher ground. I know the nade comes flying out this time around.
That's
Might connect.
close!
Holy smokes, that was just playing and waiting and biting his tongue, waiting for the right opportunity to pounce onto Xiaoqi. But Xiaoqi is still, again, he has the elevation. He's right on top, and Sibu doesn't have helmet, as AJ just said. So he might be in trouble. But Xiaoqi actually falls down all the way, and he actually dies. What the heck just happened there? And Sibu, but he's all alone here as Sergio already got dropped. So CTL's
Surprise!
left with one player. And then
And that's a great
flying in.
grenade!
Holy smokes, yo, totally
Yeah.
slow pace. They've dropped gears a little bit, but of course the thing is, yeah, we saw Group A battle Group B, and then Group C battle Group D, but we didn't see Group A battle Group C just yet. So I think Group A and Group C.
He could have stayed ahead of the blue.
Why are you healing?
He's trying to out-heal. To be fair, at the current rate, he will be fine. He's banking on Unique taking down Dream Eaters before the next phase pops, because after that, he will not be able to out-heal.
There is a secure position behind this hillside, though.
I know.
There's really no reason for this. I think this is a very big mistake from Mysterio and Myth. He won't be able to out-heal the next. He's got a couple, but that's him out. Yeah. A really big whiff there from Assyria Mir. I think they could have absolutely come on the backside of Dream Eaters.
Ooh, out comes Frost. Is able to get it, but he needs to man up. He needs to try and heal. Heal.
No.
He popped the wrong heal. He is going to go down, and now it's just Mortal trying to hold it.
To drop him, a couple of players left. It's
Oh,
actually
he doesn't know.
Nagasaki. Yeah, Nagasaki is there.
It's a hide and seek game right now. Like everybody, like, where is that guy? Like he's like, I'm chilling. Like everything's good. Like,
Yep. It's all good in the hood as Euphoria is all alone. Nagasaki is their player, but he has been
like,
found
they're
by
not finding
Spag.
him.
No, they don't know where he's at. Okay,
Ah,
they found
finally.
him. Finally, they found him. So it will be IF. Welcome back to the PMCO PUBG Mobile Cloud Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Semifinals. My name is Wayne, along with AJ will be your cashiers for the day, and thanks to our title sponsor Vivo. And play PUBG Mobile with the Vivo V70 Pro because it brings you more immersive, more powerful, and more outstanding performance. And here comes the glorious chicken dinner. And if you do like the stream, remember to click that like and subscribe button, and of course click that notification button as well, so that you get notified whenever the stream comes online, because there will be 7 leagues being played right here, AJ.
And also, if you want to play with me, which is what I'm doing, playing PUBG Mobile, you can easily go on Google Play or App Store, download it for free, and you're good to go.
Yep, that's as easy as that for you to guys to get yourself into the game or be the next one in the next split, because of course we are watching the fall split, and it's entirely new split as well, because whatever we've been seeing into its the spring split has since changed. Exactly that is the story with Executors as well. They played it fantastically in the last split. They got themselves the first place prize. They got themselves towards the global finals, but after that in this split, not entirely good for the side of Executors right now. They are not the safest. But so far, the thing is, the biggest story is Iraqi squad, right? Getting inside the first place. But no, the second story in that is SWAT 69 catching back up.
Yeah, like SWAT 69 catching back up. And as we say, like as I talked about a little bit earlier, right? If you did get onto the top place and you're pretty sure you're gonna make it into the finals, because well, there's no prize for it, right? And there is like I may be a little bit trouble for saying this, but anyways, like you can basically rest and don't play if you like. This is the gameplay like normally, but if like normally no one does that. Like I'm just on the technical level, you can do that, right?
Yeah, but
but no one does that.
At the same time, everybody just kind of have to fight it off, because you want to get a lot of experience coming into this game, and then you have to kind of play everything, because you want to kind of hope for it to improve as well.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you are going to play the same teams you're playing today.
Yeah, the regional finals.
Like, it is going to be like, you're going to get, like, what, 8 teams eliminated, which are the worst, and you are going to be playing the same team, right? If it was me, I'm playing there, if I, like, as a coach, I will say, like, guys, you don't need to play as consistently as you can, right? But try to learn from every other team. Try to find out what is their tactic, and try to like get the whole of what other teams react when dealing in certain situations. Like for example, they got that onto SYR, right? They drove straight into the compound on SYR, and SYR was like, right, oh, you're alone, and we're gonna just rush you in. All right, cool. Right, and they found like SYR, like, all right, SYR is the same team as us, who likes to play passively. So next time we need to find out. And I will say, like, if I'm Iraqi squad, I will try actually finding out a little bit of the holding of the feeling of every team. Just because every team, the way they engage is a little bit different. Some teams like to first spray you down a little bit, give you a little bit pressure, then someone peeks out of the window and tries to give you a sniper shot. After that, someone pops the smoke, then goes for the rush.
Yeah, that's exactly that.
Yeah, every team has a different playstyle, or either where someone rushes in and draws your attention as you are trying to spray him down. His support team, his team is gonna like pop off the window and give you also another sniper shot, knocking you down. So there is a lot of ways to play this game out, but you need to try to understand. And again, this is one of the best rules we have ever gotten this season in Middle East Semifinals. Yes!
Look at that, AJ is so happy with the flight path, because we don't usually get this. Sometimes we do it from the northwest towards the northeast, so it's kind of like smack up there, or sometimes it's from the northeastern side towards the southeastern side, and it's just smack towards the corners of the map. But right now it's straight down the middle, where a lot of these teams can just converge wherever they want, especially because Georgia Ball is in there and it's quite close to that. But although we say that, but sometimes the circle has no manners, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the circle has no manners, and sometimes it's like straight down the south or straight down towards the eastern side. So that will be very problematic for a lot of these teams who like to go towards Georgia Ball, Hospital, Gatsa, and Rozok, and of course military base as well.
I'm gonna say it straight. Like if if someone new is tuning in and hasn't followed the match for the last couple of days, and they say the route and they saw my reaction, it's like, what's wrong with this guy? What's so big of a deal, like getting a normal route that you can get it every day in the game? Well, you kind of just gonna say like we didn't get that route anytime.
Yeah, we kind of the route that
Yeah.
the plane has taken for the list of most of the time was really
this is
bad.
close.
Oh, it looks like Mig Executor from MEA. He might be able to get a couple of kills here because the rest of them are actually on top of the houses as well. He got himself a gun, but it looks like he's going to play it passive. But again, as you said, you're totally right. It's very hard for us to get a very split down the middle route for the plane.
And the circle we just got, which everybody should be seeing a little bit later, I would say that's a friendly circle.
Yeah, that's quite friendly.
That's a friendly circle. For those who are on the military base, they can choose to exit the circle from from the east bridge or from the west bridge. So we may see a couple of bridge campings or gate keepings. But I think everybody should be good because we got two teams in military base. One is Kurd is one, and another is Executors, which are from Syria, if I'm not making any mistakes.
Yeah,
They're from Syria. They are from Syria. I just checked.
All right, so again, these teams are kind of can gatekeep along the bridges, but at the same time, the circle is quite friendly for a lot of these teams, especially if it includes Georgiapol, right? Because Georgiapol is one of the hot spots for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, Georgiapol. So far, we got two teams in Georgiapol, which is one is SYR and the second is SWAT 69.
But exactly that, they kind of dropped very close towards each other. But Assassains Executor has already exited the place and is going towards the other place, towards the other side of Georgiapol, and we are looking towards Lasnaya Polnaya. Sorry, not Georgiapol here. Lasnaya Polnaya, where Assassins and of course ABS are playing around each other here. And the Sians, they're playing it a little bit passive as we know them to be. Because Assassins, of course, they have to get themselves back up to winning ways here at least. They got themselves a good placement in the last couple of days, but they're still in the last pitch, right?
Yeah, the Assassins, they're all still in the last pitch. We're seeing them trying to play the game passive as they can. I will say like 50% of the time they didn't get the log, and 50% of the time they didn't execute it right? Because I've seen them making a couple of mistakes. That's the thing.
They kind of have to rectify that very soon because a lot of these teams are just playing out of their minds right now because they are so aggressive, but at the same time they know how to take fights. Because again, this is the second week for them playing in the semifinals, so they have warmed up a little bit and they're starting to play a little bit better here, as we see a lot of the bottom teams right now starting to rack up points, starting to play a little bit more consistently, starting to improve a lot here. As we look at MK14, who does average damage of 346, that's excellent as well. Because at least if you can get yourself 3 kills, it's really good as well. Because 3 kills is just excellent for a lot of these teams. Because you can get a lot of points, especially if you are at the top 10 in terms of the leaderboard as soon as the game finishes. So because you can get those points, you can kind of rack it up, kind of climb back up towards the leaderboard, and hopefully they'll be up to winning ways very soon for a lot of these teams. Because let's put it here, if we lose them early on, we're gonna miss them because some of them have been playing fantastically for us.
Was like as you said, we know some of these teams brought us amazing game experience and amazing actually shows for us. So they play very well on certain times, and here we have the circles. Let's talk about the circle first because that's more important. We got 2 teams, 3 teams, 4 teams actually right now out of the circle, which is SYR on Georgiapol, Assassins and ABS on Jans over there, and we got 1 team which is Executors and Vendetta. One is in Malta and one is on the near military base.
So again, a few of them are still out there. The circle's still quite friendly here in the sense where it's actually near to Georgiapol, right? So it's still very friendly here.
Oh no, Oh no! As we are watching actually iKurd right now, I just spotted Iraqi squad going for a bridge, keep gatekeeping.
So maybe they can get themselves some kills, but Assassains though, we haven't seen that. Oh,
There we go.
all right.
Yeah,
They're ready to get some kills here.
and the thing is, we already seen actually one great game coming from exact this position on group stages. But the team who was on that position didn't win the game. But yeah, it's still one of the strongest positions in this map. If the circle spawns in your favor. If not, still it's a pretty easy way out of that position, because basically there's only one way in and two-way out situation. So if someone comes in hot, well, you can easily get out of there. If someone doesn't, are you going to spray your teammates? Yes. Thank you. That's some great shots, right? Are you there?
Iraqi squad just playing around, fooling around there on top of that, on top of the Harry Potter tower. So for the meantime, they are gatekeeping that area, but at the same time, there's nobody who's crossing just yet. Kurd is one.
As you said, someone.
It's actually iKurd. Hello, Kurd is on the way, but iKurd is there, and iKurd has one first has been taken out. It's actually Kawan getting dropped first. The one coming in from the side. It's actually Speedo there as well. Speedo's going to use the third-person view to kind of look at him, but Rawan is especially there, hiding inside the hut for the meantime. The rest of them are coming in. Mansi is coming in as well. They're coming in hot. The rest of them are coming in hot as well. This will be a 3v3 situation, but not making it a 4v2.
Surprise!
As they lose 2 in quick succession. They lose Marco though, but our play's going to push out as well. Looks like one player's left. We get one more. Our play going to go in front of the side. Should be able to get this kill. And finally, there it is. iKurd will be dropped in 15th place. What a fantastic play coming in from the Iraqi squad. But look at that. They just came in with the car. They were so ready for that fight.
Yeah, it was a close call actually also for Iraqi squad, although they won the fight without no casualties. But it was close because there was just only one player left standing. But again, he is going to able to recover his teammates from that fight. They are going to recover and check the post office, because they just got posted by iKurd right now. Great loots coming in.
Yep, great looks coming in, looking very hard for the side of Iraq squad right now in this 4th game. Of course, their teams have already gotten themselves to play on this map once, so they kind of have warmed up already. Look at Zika with the M249 though. He's ready, willing and able to fight this off, because M249 is fantastic when taking down cars, especially that if you are in the grass, you're going to get sprayed down very fast as well, because it has 100 bullets in one clip, so you can just continue spraying.
And
I love that gun.
And it also sprays pretty fast, so it sprays the same speed as M416. Sorry. Yeah,
that's right.
M416, and we've seen some Azuko right there with damage percent in 58. Not as the same with Outplay with 85%. You can see the difference between the two play style of these teams. One is going to be mostly the support or the friend, the camper, and the second is going to be the fragger, or we should say the damage dealer.
Look at the standings for now. Iraqi squad with 123, squad 69, just 3 points behind them with 120. Kurd squad follows suit with 104. So the bigger gap is actually between SWAT 69 and Kurd squad. And the rest of them are SMP just following suit as well. That's 8 points behind SYR Team.
There is sorry about that. There is 3 gaps, right? 123 and 120. After that is Kurd squad with SYR and SMP. Let's count the real deal also in. After that is
here is Kraken actually getting the spray down onto its outplay who is in the car. Kraken actually stopped to fight this off. They're actually behind the hut. Now Kraken is like, wait, relax. I don't think I want to take this fight anymore. Now they're inside the petrol or the gas station now, hiding it off. But the rest, or at least the rest of Iraqi squad has already converted to a fight. They're coming in from hot from above. They should be able to get this fight in, because Ninja has a sniper in his hands. Should be able to get a couple of kills as well. So there is a fight coming in from Kurd one, and of course Iraqi squad.
Iraqi squad actually in not the best position they can ever wish for, because in that situation there is SWAT69 on the down of the compound. If SWAT69 do decide to just rush in and take a loop and see someone's already trying to fight and someone is having a little bit of a hard time, SWAT69 is going to go for the skills, because SWAT69 isn't the team normally likes to let's put it out this face, play passively. They like to play aggressively, and if they can, they're gonna go for kills. And look at that kill from Ninja, getting headshot onto one of Iraqi squad's member, which is Marco. Marco is having a hard time today. Let's take a look at over here. We got HQ fighting over ABS.
And the ABS is coming in hot as well. They want to take the kill up on HQ, but they already lost Kara there. Getting tested down. It's a 3v3. It looks like a 3v3 situation between both of these teams. As HQ are on top of the hill, Pusat coming in from the side as well. Now there is a 4v3 as Bandar joins them as well. So it will be a 4v3 coming in very hot for these teams. Pusat going in from the side as well. He might be in a very good position to set them in the back, as Bandar does not know where he's at. He's trying to turn around them, but in a sense, again, Pusat is coming in from the sides as well. So this is very dangerous for Bandar, Loka, and of course Nasir coming in straight up. They're going in towards the northern side, and ABS's Pusat is coming in from behind. He's going to throw a nade coming in first. It's actually very, very short. I think he should just go out there and go for the fight, because they already lost Snow here in this situation. They're losing Pulat as well, so things are not looking too good for ABS. They're losing players left, right, and front and center.
That's one.
Pusat coming in from the sides. He's all alone right now. He's in 1v4 situation. He's coming in from behind. Pusat, where are you right now? He's still behind them. Not too sure why he hasn't pushed in just yet. Now he makes the decision, you know what, I cannot take this fight. I'm going to run away from him.
Too late.
Pusat had the opportunity there to go in for the stab, but HQ was just too quick on their feet to get their skills.
Alright, Pusat is going to be getting out of there as he can. And let's take a look at the EXE situation.
No, he's getting sprayed by Loka here, but he should be able to escape here. It's a little bit too far for them to spray him down. And he won't be able to connect. Pusat will be able to escape. But yeah, he was in prime position to get a kill from Loka. I'm not too sure what he did there.
No, please don't. That's going to be so scary if he was able to land that shot. Let's take a circle. And we have a pretty crowded situation on that bridge side right there. Because there's 4, 5, 6 teams right there. We got SWAT69 fighting with one. Oh, look at that car!
Oh my lord, he actually hits the Moha on the sides. Moha will be dropped here, but they're still fighting it off as Flug has dropped as well. 69 Ray is there. Dabi finally gets a kill up on Chrome, leaving
1v2 situation. He's coming in.
He's coming in hot as well. 69 will be able to destroy them. That was very, very close for VTX. Could have gotten themselves that win, but as it stands, Ray will be able to pick up Moha as well.
Yeah, everybody should be good on that situation. Right now, we have Iraqi squad actually fighting off with 2 teams in total. One is the fight. They have started pretty early on in games, but they are still fighting with it because they moved a little bit upper in that situation. We have Kurd is up right now fighting with Iraqi squad, but the situation is if Marco passes that terrain, he is going to be third party by SWAT69. And as the gunshots, there was a lot of gunshots right there in the combo. I would say no way that Iraqi squad didn't pick that up. Right now, Kurd is up, is having 2 players actually knocked down. As soon as that, they are going to try to revive them. And Iraqi squad, because they know they got 2 knockdowns, they have pushed up a little bit, claiming a little bit more territory for up there and securing themselves a better position. And let's see over here, Kurd is going to recover, and that grenade may just cover.
No, actually Marco is a little bit further behind, but Iraqi squad again has the opportunity here to clear down Kurd is one, because they have the vantage point. They are above him, as you said that exactly that, because if they expose themselves, 69 will see them from a mile away. Should be able to spray them down as well. So because of it, iKurd or Iraqi squad rather is up there, but they're playing it as safe as possible, but they do not have a smoke behind them. Because of it, they kind of have to engage in front, and right now they have 2 vehicles as well if they want to just circle jerk around Kraken here and just play around Kraken right now. But if it happens, they kind of can get into it, but I'm not too sure if that's the right call. It looks like Kurd is one already fleeing from the fight. They're backing off. They're trying to back off at least.
Yeah, it is the best situation actually for both of the teams to actually disengage, because the circle is going to close out pretty fast. It is closed out, and the next circle has spawned in. Right now, if you keep on fighting, you can see why it is a good reason to actually back off, because if if you keep fighting, it's gonna be a long engagement, and other teams are going to try to get in the circle. And if you like find yourself actually fighting or being knocked down,
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh,
The
there we
backside
go.
coming in for 69 though, but straight away flag gets dropped. It looks like Iraqi squad knows that it is coming and they're fighting it off. They're fighting off against 69. 69 are in the compound as well, so that means that they are safe for now. But it looks like
look at that! Look at that! Someone is going to pass it
one.
off.
It's actually Kurd is one inside those vehicles that they're running away right now,
Ooh,
but they're
someone sees
dropping
that
out.
outplay.
It looks like outplay will be able to spot them out. They're
Ooh,
getting
look at that
peppered
spray.
with so many bullets coming in from the side. Iraq squad just spraying them down, but they're still safe inside that one small hut. But if they get out of there, they're gonna be peppered down to death because Outplay is waiting for them, and Outplay is one of the fantastic players coming in from the side of Iraq squad.
Look at the position actually Outplay got himself. Marco was again dropped by Swag69, not in the best position you can get himself, but again, Swag69 here playing pretty consistently because they need to do that. If they don't do that, they can easily get a lot of teams trying to end up in this compound. And it's not the easiest thing actually to guard this compound because it's a pretty big compound, and if you really want to guard this compound, you pretty much need to spread around the compound, as we are seeing right now Swag69 is doing. But if someone rushes in, you are going to have a hard time defending those places.
Yeah, Kurd is actually in the very bad place, but actually HQ Banda's coming in,
there
rolling
we
in
go.
for the side. HQ is losing players
That's
left,
one,
right,
that's
front, and
two.
center. That's two to drop.
One more.
That's all that's left. We'll be able to take it out. I think
He's going
maybe
for
should be, and he's ducking for the meantime. He's
Oh, no.
prone, but they know where he's at.
Nice!
Going from behind is
Look
Ray.
at that
Hello,
movement.
Kubai. He went in for the stab in the back. Hello. There was a small gap there in between the wall, and he was able to jump out and get that kill.
Look at that movement play. Like normally in PUBG, you don't have a lot of movement plays, but if you do, it's going to be epic. Normally, if you want to go across that, you need to hop over, which you're gonna lose around 1 seconds and a lot of firing time. But right now, what we got from Ray was just epic and was able to sandwich that team and even finishing them up.
Yeah, but as it stands, though, there's Kurd is one along with Iraq squad is still fighting each other as Marco comes popping out.
Ooh,
Looks
look
like
at that.
Kurd is one's ninja has been dropped there. Moha has been dropped by DVX. DVX is actually hitting them onto that compound.
Oh,
Grenade
that
comes
grenade.
flying out. Marco gets dropped by the grenade. Another comes flying out. But actually Speedo was actually have to back
that
out from
grenade
this fight.
done a lot of damages.
Another grenade comes flying out. There's so many grenades.
that's-
Marco gets dropped by it. Have just set down. Speedo in from the side, exposes himself. He will be sprayed upon because there's nowhere else to hide.
That's
Zico will
one.
get that kill up on him. Esco's there along with Outplay as well, suppressing fire onto Zico. Zico will be able to hide behind the tree lines, but there are two just left for the side of Iraq squad. They're in a lot of trouble now as Zico will not be exposed here in from behind the tree lines. As you can see, the rest of them are converging on towards his fight as well, but they're still fighting against 69 who are in towards the other side. So right now, it looks like Outplay will try to save his teammate here by throwing a couple of smokes, trying to buy themselves some time to try and save his teammate here. But look at where Kurd is one is. He's coming from behind. Me Assassins are coming from behind as well. Kurd is one is in a lot of trouble here, getting sandwiched very, very quickly here. But Me Assassins, it looks like they do not want to overcommit the situation. But Speedo's bleeding out.
Yep.
It looks like Exco will be able to pick his
Grenade?
teammate up, but grenade comes flying out
that's
as well.
close.
That's very
Oh,
close. but
no, it's short. It's short. It's short.
in
It's
front
short.
of the doors, they should be safe and they will be able to be safe. But if that grenade went in there, he would have gotten himself at least three kills in succession there. So Faker might try.
Oh,
and
is
do it
that
again.
Molotov going in? Either way, if it goes in and
Just in
maybe
front
get
of
a
the
little bit back.
door.
No, it's
no,
good,
just
it's
very,
good.
very close as well.
Right, Faker. I would say if I was Faker, if my teammates got my back, if someone was able actually to secure that door, he could have gone for that push right there and maybe ended up with a lot of kills again. But his teammates were pretty far away because they need to be a little bit separated because in this situation they have a lot of things. And look at that. EXE
suddenly
moving
rolls
in.
But Me Assassin has the advantage because they know where they're at. EXE is getting shot right now, but at the same time, Gus is shooting in from the sides. EXE is stuck inside one of the small huts as well. But at the same time, Me Assassin is pushing in very, very fast here. Lau, as you can see that on the grounds, along with Clown. And but Clown gets knocked though. This is not looking too good for them as they're getting shot. But look at that, AM suddenly sees SMP and they're fighting it off here. It's between AM and SMP right now, but AM gets dropped first as Messi takes him down. SYR is fighting against with 69 as well. So look at AM's Butcher.
Ooh, look at the grenade!
Does a lot of damage against them, but does not knock them down just yet. But still very safe for the meantime. Butcher. Applying bandages first. Does not have a first aid kit, so he's in a lot of trouble. As it stands, Speedo has been taken out by Kurd. He was a ninja. And there's just fight happening all around the map right now. We still have 11 teams, 39 players still alive. But somehow everybody's just fighting with each other. SYR's Groza gets dropped at 69. That's dropping everybody from the side of SYR. And SYR was eliminated here at 11th place.
And GG again having a fight with iKurd right there. iKurd losing a lot of teammates. They still good. They got one man left. I don't know if they can make it. And look at those kill boards coming in from SWAT69. Oh my god, that's 12 kills already. Woo!
It's just non-stop action coming in here for the final game. Everybody just punching towards the ground. 69's Ray, 6 frags for him. 69 W, 4 frags. 69 Moha, 2 frags for him. 69 just firing on all cylinders now.
Alright, so far so good for everyone, and the game is heating up. Look at that grenade. That grenade just may connect onto AM, but it doesn't connect. No. Raki Outplay was able to finish off Ninja, but Rak Squad is out of the game. So far, we have two sides of Battlefield. One is on the southern side, and one is the one we are looking at on the western side of the map. And the circle has already circled in. There's only one team out of the circle, which is the Vendetta, but he is going to be dropped by the play zone, and the circle actually ended up on the western side of the circle we just have right now. So we're gonna see all of those teams trying to get in that circle, and look at that grenade, so much damage.
Half damage towards Messi that he drops to half HP, but he will be able to heal up in the situation. But AM still fighting off. Kablas gets dropped from the side of Speedo. That's looking a little bit better for them. They should be able to just rush out and take this fight, and it looks like they are doing so as Quiet rushes in. Yuno's all that's left. He's all alone inside this house. He's like wondering what to do here. He's jumping out of the window, if I'm not mistaken. He's trying to jump out of the window, but he throws a grenade in instead. Won't be able to take that one, but he gets tested down as well. They will be able to take him out as Kablash is there in the second floor as well. AM 3-man strong right now, only one drop, but they were very, very low in the situation. Zeno gets taken out as well. SMP left with 2 players, but inside another house.
Alright, GG right there, trying to actually fight off SWAT69, but I don't think SWAT69 having a little bit of hard run, but they're also smoking those compound out. It's not the best thing actually to rushing right there. SMP also trying to spray onto EXC right there. EXC not in the best position, getting actually sprayed down one player already. AMX also spraying a lot of teams. A lot of things are happening right there. SWAT69 actually getting a grenade, double grenade actually onto GG.
ME is pushing in as well. This is very good for them. So far they will be able to clear down AM, but one player only. The rest of them are still inside this one compound, inside this one house. As you can see, me Assassins inside one, Arab Madness is inside one, SMP is inside one as well. They're just fighting all in all angles and all fronts right now as GG loses players left, right, front and center, loses 4 as well as 69 just crushes them in that fight. But GG has still one player here, still very much alive.
Alright, GG against SWAT69. Let's take a look how many teams member have SWAT69 alive. That's 1, that's 2. SWAT69 is out of the game, ended up in 8th place. Again, let's take a look at the Warzone here. This is the main Warzone here. We got 4 teams already camping in. Uncharted with 4-man squad, Arab Master with 3-man, me Assassin, they got 1 player drop, and he goes for the spray. He does able to get that me Assassin out and secure them on the 6th plate at least. Like now Uncharted 4-man squad, but they're not in the best situation they can ever wish. Oh sorry, they are in the best situation. They have 4-man squad, they got the loot, and they are in the circle. What else you can wish?
AM in a lot of trouble. They're pushing in though, but it might be ill-advised because Guns is still there, but Guns gets dropped very, very fast here. They should be able to test him down. They will be able to get that kill up on him, but the rest of them are still very much strong. Quiet's the only one that was dropped there. GG left with 1 more player. Me Assassin still very much alive. 1 player still alive with MK14, but somehow he's still struggling here, doing a couple of smokes to buy himself some time. But as he stands, as you can see from the kill feed, he's left with 1 hit, and he's all alone in the situation. Has the car to cover him for the meantime, but at the same time, if they throw a grenade, it will kind of get stuck in between the building and the car as well. So he will be grenaded down. So he has to be careful in this situation. And look at that, AM is 3-man strong. Butcher's healing up as well. They're looking very, very good here.
All right, let's take a look at the next circle we just got. It's going to be end up on the southern side of circle. In this situation, I think AM is in a pretty good spot on there. So looking pretty good on there. Also SMP. So the fight against AM and SMP is going to be placing pretty fast because both of the teams are going to go in and they are in the same positioning. So the fight is going to be on those two teams. Again, AM actually checking out. He's going for the grenade. A little bit long, I guess. Go! Oh no!
He's gonna make it explode as soon as it drops. That's a lot of damage there against the player of UN. Uncharted in a lot of trouble, but they're gonna push it. They're gonna commit for this fight. Another grenade comes flying out onto Don. He gets dropped a little bit though in terms of HP, but he's still very much alive. It looks like they still want to fight this out. But look at the circle though.
Look at the grenade!
East, but the grenade nicely done onto AM.
One more! Backing up! He's gonna finish it up.
Is it another grenade coming in? Oh my god! Don! What the hell are you doing there? Well, a little bit of a mistake there coming in from the players of UN as AM sees them from a mile away, or at least next to the house. Masters will expose himself. His AM jumps here on top of the ledge, goes down, goes in for the fight. He will be able to get a couple of kills here, but C4 has been finished off. SMP Citizen will be dropped as well, but Messi still very much alive. He will be able to get the kill of NK40, but he will be all that. It will be all she wrote as he gets taken out. Bashar coming in from the side as well. UN 4-man strong here. Arab Madness with 2 good games with just 1 player and are still alive.
And AM right now 2 players against 4 players. Uncharted looking pretty good. Good game, still alive and try to sneak his way in, and he is going to play. And 1 player of AM was taken out, and it is going to be 1 more playing, which is Butcher in the circle right now. Let's see if he can make it out. So again, 4 players against 1v1, and GG right there tried to sneak his way. He's already in the circle, and I think Uncharted is going to take the win here today, but anything could happen because it is early on. He sees someone, he goes for the prey, and GG is out in the 3rd place.
Madness left with Butcher here. He wanted to be the kingmaker and trying to spoil them out, but he's jumping out of the window. He will be taken out. Unfortunately, he will be going down. Uncharted will be picking that up. Nicely done from Uncharted. Again, a mixed bag coming in here from the Middle Eastern squads, but nicely done from Uncharted.
Alright, Uncharted ending up with actually 8 kills in total, followed by AM with 4 kills. GG also with 3 kills. So I will say a pretty good game from all of the teams, especially Arab Madness. They brought them back a little bit upper on this side. But again, let's take a look at this. Let's look at the highlights. So we got the pretty even split right there and a pretty good circle, as I would say. A pretty friendly circle normally we have. This is the first execution we had on the game, which was actually iKurd invading the territory of Iraqi squad, which they paid with blood. And again, we have Vendetta right here trying to take the position, but great gameplay from Ray today. A lot of great gameplay from Ray. Also on this team, SWAT69 was able to situation. And check this out. This was the best movement play so far we got from this stage.
Yeah, so far so good for a lot of these teams. Decided to converge very, very fast here on top of the compound, which was left right smack in the middle of the circle, and then once it started to kind of converge, and then they all kind of had to fight each other, especially me Assassins who were inside that fight. They kind of had to take a fight against GG, but they lost it, and then GG was there outside of the compound. They was left all alone as well. AM was in there trying to fight it off, but look at this, where Messi was taken out. Back towards UN, was trying to fight it off, but they will be able to take down GG, leaving AM Butcher all alone. They're jumping out of the window as well. There was again no exit for Butcher there. He was stuck inside the house. The blue was chasing after him. Again, before that, when they had 4 teams there alive, the circle was towards the eastern side, and none of them were inside the circle. So everybody had to shift.
Yes.
So as soon as everybody jumped out of the house, GG was the only one who was at the other corner, but at the same time he was all alone.
Yep.
So as soon as they took him down, they knew that the last player was only AM, and Butcher was right smack in the middle of the house, getting eaten by the blue. They could have just left him, but they wanted to get the kill either way. But in 4v1 situation, they got themselves a win.
Well, like the takeaway actually from last round was GG, right? He was in a safe spot, right?
Yeah.
He could have just waited just a bit longer, right? You can easily do the math, all right? If it is a 4v1v1 situation, you have no chance of winning, right?
Yeah.
All right, stay out, right? If it's a 2v2v, so for example, if it's a 3v2v1 situation, all right, roll your dice, right? Maybe you end up with a 1v1v1 situation. Again, stay out. Don't engage. Why do you have to engage unless you have to? He was going for the airdrop. Maybe he got the airdrop and he thought he was spotted, so he needed to take the man. But again, if you crush down and just waited about 10 more seconds, someone was going to jump off that balcony, which was AM. And they were going to be eliminated in 3rd place, making your team 2nd place. Yeah,
that's right. That's totally right. GG team could have done a little bit better than the situation, especially that, because if you kind of waited for Uncharted players to pop out first as well, you could have just kind of got the player on towards the right first. But again, he just kind of popped up, took the kill, tried to take the kill on the person who had 3 players around him. You kind of took the center player,
Yeah.
which was a mistake because he kind of had to pop out a little bit further there, or at least expose his whole body there in that fight. So as soon as he exposed his body, the rest of them knew where he's at, took him down, and then it was left to Butcher. 4v1, there was no way for Butcher to do anything about it. We've seen some amazing plays coming in from another team, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot with the other team who kind of got himself in a 1v4v4, but he won that fight.
I think it was SNP.
I'm just thinking SMP as well, but looking at the SMP.
Hold on. Let me check.
Was it in the group stages, right? The SMP got that win? It was a 1v4v4.
Maybe, like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's doable. In that situation, it's doable, but it's very hard for them to do that.
Yeah. So the game, like, it's a game of chess. All right, let's take a look at the standings today. Uncharted doing pretty good today, I will say, with 28 points in total. Swaxina followed by, oh my god! Oh my god, look at that phone. They got 15 kills, but 4 in placement points, so ending up with 19 points in total. The other way around, actually, was Arab Madness, right?
Yeah.
Getting 4 kills in total and 14 placement points, ending up in 18 kills. And good game right there with 13 kills. Me Assassin 12 kills, followed by SMP also 12 points, Iraqi Squad 10 points, and Executors 8 points.
So unfortunately for Executors, again landing towards the bottom side of the listing. So things are not looking too great for them again in the third day here, as Vendetta will be spotted out, or will be at 9th place, HQ at 10th place, Kurd is 1 at 11th, SYR Team finishes at 12, Abstruse finishes at 13, Vendetta at 14, iKurd at 15, and 7K Elite at 16. And look at that, 5 of that team does not get any kill points whatsoever. So they have to kind of fix that very, very fast, because especially Abstruse, which is always down there towards the lower side, and 7K Elite, they have to fix it up. But here comes the overall standing. SWAT 69 with 139 points. They're back up there after 8 games against them and Iraq squad. They will be placing first with 68 kills, 16 kill points ahead of Iraq squad. They're getting back up there with just 2 winner chicken dinners. They could have gotten more, but that will be it, I think, for this round, because they got 14 kills in that last round. That's like what? Just a little bit more, just plus with their placement points, they got themselves back up there. So with that, SWAT 69 will be number 1, Iraq squad will be number 2, SMP at number 3, game themselves 1 spot up, Kurd squad at number 4, SYR Team at number 5, The Real D at number 6, unmoved or again without any winner chicken dinner, Uncharted at number 7, and Executed at number 8.
Right. Let's take a look at the next page. We got Military B still holding their position quite good with 1 winner chicken with 76 kills. 76 points. Oh my god, that was close. Direct lead with 76 points also, followed by SNT 73, Kurd 169, Me Assassin 64 also with the same point with good game with 64 also, iKurd with 62, and Kurd Opting with 49.
That's all the safest or the safe teams are here, but here comes the danger zone where Vendetta is right smack at 70th place, but they have climbed back out a little bit, so they have 46, 963 with 18 at 18th place. They dropped down as well, so things are not looking too good for them. But Vendetta, look at that, they climbed back up a little bit. They have 44 points at 19th place. HQ did not move a single inch. 46 dropped down as well, along with Abstruse. Arab Menace climbed up a little bit, but they're at 36, and 7K Elite with 15. But still, Arab Menace can catch back up because they're only 10 points behind Vendetta here.
Yep.
So a couple of good games for them can get them back towards winning ways, or at least get them towards a second page.
All right, I totally agree. But the thing is, that was the second day for Arab Madness, right? If they want to make it out of the last 8 dangerous play, because getting actually 36 points, I believe.
Yeah.
That's not a lot, right? If they need to pass, currently we're seeing the safe spot around 80 to 70 points if you want to make it in. So 70 points, I will say you need to get for sure, which you only getting 36 points. Right? Do the math. Right now, if you want to get to 70 points, you need actually 34 more points to get to 70. So that means for the third day, they need to be always getting around 8 points every round at least, right? If you get 4 rounds of 8 points, which is not so hard, right? Try to get 2 kills and end up of top 7, I guess. Yes, top 7, and you should be good, right? Or maybe just don't kill anyone and try to see your way into the 10 points is also pretty easy to get. Not the easiest thing, but it is also easy to get
we saw that in the group stages. A couple of things, but we didn't see that in the semifinals. But we saw a lot in the group stages where a lot of these teams just snuck in through the final circle, got themselves very good placement points. So that's something that a lot of these teams can do in the semi-finals. So yeah, it's very doable. But we don't see that a lot in the semi-finals though.
Yeah, but again, I want to mention this because right now I think how many kills did SWAT69 get?
100 and no, sorry.
No, sorry.
Not 100.
Please, no.
70. Wait, there was like 68. I think.
60. Right. If they got 68 kills in total, right? If I check the status from group stages. The real deal end up with 87 kills. 87 kills, right? That's already a lot, right? But if SWAT69 keeps that momentum, they got 4 more matches to go. If they go for it, we may going to see actually 100 kills coming in.
No, I think they will surpass it because it's not just 4. I think they have 8 more matches, if I'm not mistaken. So they should be 16 each, if I'm not mistaken. Or am I mistaken?
Oh, hold on. Let me see. SWAT69, they have already played 4 more. No, they got 4 more matches.
4 more matches?
Yeah,
so
4 more matches.
Okay, so 4 more matches for them. So they should be able to climb up the listing as well. But again, they've been playing it fantastically for the last couple of days. Got themselves a chicken dinner yesterday. Today as well, they got themselves 1 chicken dinner. But although yesterday was the kill point, they had 20 kill game. So that was fantastic for SWAT69. So hopefully again these teams can play it fantastically for us, for our viewership. So because it's very, very much fun to see a lot of these other teams which are underneath to climb themselves back up, especially SWAT69 here, just surprising us with their gameplay, getting themselves into the circle, just winning every fight that they see and just playing it fantastically. So hopefully you guys will be joining us tomorrow as well, because the Middle Eastern semi-finals will continue tomorrow. We will be going off here, but we will be returning tomorrow. So hopefully you guys see you then. So long and good night.